Hello everyone, welcome. It's Ryan here on a Friday night live stream, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Actually 6:01, my bad. I was getting set up a little tiny bit late here, making sure everything worked out, everything's checking out, all the audio, all the video. If there is any issues though, let me know down below. Hey Peter, yeah, thanks for sending me that Piers Morgan video. I checked it out. Maybe we'll play some of it too. I didn't see the whole thing yet. I saw maybe like the first 5 minutes, and it's cool. I'm definitely going to do a response video to that. If you can hear about that, yeah, Piers Morgan once again saying crap about vegans, this time to a vegan's face live on his show, and this vegan activist was prepared. I was impressed with this wit, and it's just poking fun at Piers. So anyway, yeah, hopefully you guys haven't seen that yet. Wait for me to respond. If you want to watch it on its own, that's cool too. If you want to search for it out there. I don't know the name of the show. I think it's his own show now that he has since it got booted off Good Morning Britain. But anyway, good evening everyone. This is my normal live stream night, 6 p.m. on Fridays, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I go usually till a couple hours, too, sometimes 3 hours if things are fun and lively. So welcome everyone. Welcome to all our regular viewers. Welcome to our channel members and our moderators and all who come. And we're just getting started here. Who knows what's going to happen tonight? Yeah, we even welcome on Friday nights the people who want to come and try to even think they have a debunking of veganism, like people like Piers Morgan, speak of the devil, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Hey, by the way, guys, guess what I picked up, or Angie and I picked up from the library today? I got Neil deGrasse Tyson's book here, especially with his little chapter on vegetarians and stuff like that. So I'm probably gonna do some kind of response to it. I got this just a couple hours ago, so I haven't had a chance to read it other than the first paragraph of his chapter on vegetarians, and it's pretty funny already. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson, astrophysicist, science educator, went out of his way to dedicate a whole chapter of his book to point out what kind of flawed thinking vegans and vegetarians have, because he knows, he's obviously thought about this a long time. He hasn't thought crap. In fact, his reason he gave in the first chapter for why most people go vegan, let me read it to you. He doesn't even have it right here. He goes, vegetarians, on the other hand, especially those who have converted, what do you mean, especially those who have converted? Who was born vegan or vegetarian? I know a few people were. I'm just going, that's less than a fraction of a percent. Anyway, vegetarians offer all manner of reasons for their food preferences. Most common. Let's think what the most common reason for a vegan or vegetarian to cite for as their reason for being a vegan or vegetarian. What's the number one reason? He's going to give it here. Did he conduct any research into this? Did he look it up to see what the most common responses are? He's just making stuff up here. But let me, if you guys have any guess here, what do you think he's going to say is the number one reason why people go vegan or vegetarian? Apparently he should know. He's a scientist. He's the one on Cosmos. What do you guys think is Neil deGrasse Tyson's number one reason why people go vegetarian or vegan? Again, doesn't provide any citation, no link to any study or anything like that. Yeah, it's a full-on non-expert opinion. He's not an expert in veganism or vegetarianism or food or nutrition or that. I mean, these are not his wheelhouses. It's like me writing a book debunking some particular unique point a specific point in astrophysics or something like that, or cosmology. If I'm going to discuss some particular thing about dark matter, anyway, because we hate plants, good guess is health. Let's see, here's what he says. Most common amongst vegans or vegetarians, according to Neil deGrasse Tyson's reasons in his book here, why people go vegan or vegetarian. Here it is, the most common. Again, he didn't say he conducted any research or has any paper or anything or a survey. He says, according to him, most common among them are to improve health and protect the environment. That's an interesting one, Neil. I mean, some people do go vegan for that reason. I'm not disputing that, but how do you know that's the most common? Because what vegans and vegetarians are against are animal exploitation. So why would you go to protect the environment or health if that's not what you give a crap about? I didn't go vegan for my health, even though I enjoy the good health I'm getting from it. I went because it's wrong to needlessly kill animals. You just can eat plants. But anyway, there's it's right off the start. The first paragraph paragraph in his book where he's talking about vegans and vegetarians. It's already off to a horrible start, but hey, he's the one that said he wrote this book for us because he thinks that, you know, we didn't think it through as deeply as him because he's so intelligent and such a deep, profound thinker. He's doing us a favor by putting this book out into the world for us all so we can benefit from his deep thinking. That, how conceited, what a narcissist to think he's thought this through more than people like, say, me or you guys or Earthling Ed or Joey Carbstrong or Mike the Vegan or anything like that. Anyway, it's just ridiculous to think he thinks he's so intelligent about why people go vegan and how we're on equal footing with meat eaters. I think he's trying to put it like that. People who are pro meat eating, vegans and vegetarians, we're all kind of the same. Whatever. I'll check this out. But yeah, Carl, you're right. Some people do go vegan for their health. I'm not denying that or even ridiculing that. I'm just denying that's like the primary reason. Like when you go vegan, you go, you know, because by definition, you can go plant-based first, right? You can like say my health sucks. I know if I eat a bunch of plants and just eat nothing but plants, I might improve some things in my health. And that's totally cool. That's going plant-based. Yeah, when you become aware of the ethical reasons why you're doing it, yeah, then that's when you're vegan. That's what, again, let's look at the definition of veganism says here. It has nothing to do with health. It says nothing about a diet or a way of living which provides the greatest health known to humankind. And, you know, I mean, it didn't say that. It didn't say anything about health. It's all about animal cruelty. Oh, I forgot to hit the drink, animal cruelty and exploitation. But yeah, you can go plant-based and later go vegan. Like, you know, you could be a hunter, big game hunter, a cattle rancher, and you have a heart attack at 50 and your doctor says, hey, you got to just eat plants now or else you're going to die by the time you're 55. That person could eat nothing but plants. Would they be vegan if they did nothing other, they kept their cattle ranching and their big game hunting? No, they'd still be not vegan, but they're eating a vegan diet. And that's, you know, again, nothing wrong with eating just a vegan diet. It's fine. It's cool. But, you know, doesn't even understand what the essence of what veganism is. So anyway, it already knew that he didn't understand what veganism meant from my response videos to him, not to him, but of him. And I hope he watches them. I doubt he will. But again, if you happen to be watching Neil deGrasse Tyson, I respect you. I have your book here. And I'm going to read the chapter, and maybe I'll read some of the other chapters to see if he's equally misinformed about the other topics he covers in here, because he's totally way off on the vegan stuff. But if you're watching, Neil, I would love to have a conversation with you. Let's sit down, let's have a talk. You can come on this Friday live stream, and I would be more than happy to hear you out. And I hope you could listen to us too, listen to me, and I'll let you know a little bit more about what vegans and vegetarians believe in, what we stand for and what we don't, because yeah, he's just made up this straw man definition. But anyway, guys, good to see y'all. So Neil, come, I'm here, I'll talk to you, and you know, we'll get you straight. So I've been missing. If you guys have any comments in here, what's this, Peter? What are you talking about, Peter? Speaking of Mike the Vegan, you just made a video about lion's mane mushrooms and how mushrooms help with Alzheimer's. Are you trying to say Alzheimer's? That's why I'm certain YouTubers we do not mention, in my opinion, is in the vegan because he wants to kill carnival animals. Are you talking about like those guys, like the Ask Yourself and the guy banned YouTuber, those guys? And so it's up here. Any vegan who would navigate for killing carnivore animals? Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Anyway, hey V-Lam, hey Dr. Bear. Yeah, V. Why do so many public intellectual types like Neil fail at basic logic and facts? He couldn't even look up what the definition of vegan was, and he's going off pontificating. You guys need me to think this deeply for you because I suspect you have not. No, you're the one that's like fumbling all over the place. So yeah, basic logic. Like I said, from what I could tell, he would have trouble getting a passing grade in a basic intro philosophy 101 or intro to critical thinking sort of class. He would think he'd have all these great thoughts, and once the professor went through his arguments, he'd point out all the mistakes, all the flaws, all the fallacies, and just show him he's got a little more studying to do if he wants to become a philosopher like Carl Sagan was. So anyway, guys, thanks for being here. Let's see. Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson is more of an actor. From what I understand, he hasn't been like working in the physics or astrophysics academia world for quite a long time. He's been, you know, TV actor, producer, author, but not really sitting there on the cutting edge of academic research or anything like that. But unfortunately, he's the face of science now. And now he's the face, just like Piers Morgan, of anti-vegan nonsense. Yeah, Mr. Rogers was way better. I agree with you. Mr. Rogers, yeah, 100% agree with you there, Graven Babies. Oh, hang on. I got to fix one thing here. I noticed our bot is not... Oops. 1 second, guys. Let me fix something I should have noticed before going on. Ooh, they want me to... All right, come on. All right. I'm sorry. Gosh, I'm getting screwed up here today by Streamlabs. Let me just... I have to click a switch here. One more second. Okay, I do have it working right. Ah, okay, sorry about all that. Let me get back to us here. All right, here we go. Back. Hey, Cruiser, people always ask first if I'm vegan for health. I say no. It's because I actually love animals. Then they suddenly become nutrition experts. Isn't it weird how people with that failed high school science classes, you know, when talk comes up about, like, say, climate change, they think they're climate experts. They failed every science and biology course. When talk comes up about intricate things like messenger RNA, they think they're like, you know, like virus experts. When people hear that you don't eat any animal products, all of a sudden these people who failed every biology course they've ever had, all of a sudden become nutrition experts. It's really weird how that happens. This Dunning-Kruger effect that affects so many in our world these days. People with like the least amount of knowledge and let alone any experience, let alone any expertise in fields, think they know more than people who actually are doing it, have been doing it with experience and expertise. Hey, Peter, that's good to hear. No, you're in Victoria, right? Not Vancouver. You're in Victoria, Canada. 2 new vegan restaurants opening in your city. In my city. Meat, spelled M-E-E-T, and Odd Burger. Wow, it's pretty cool because Victoria's not a large city, right? So to get 2 in a relatively small city there, that's pretty friggin' awesome. Let's see, Fulmar Music. Neil deGrasse Tyson is the Pikachu of cardboard? I'm not sure if I understand the reference. I know who Pikachu is. Yeah, Dr. Bear. Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson is an exemplar of confirmation bias and the Dunning-Kruger effect when it comes to veganism. I want to read through some of his other chapters here too and see if the other chapters strike me with the same kind of Dunning-Kruger. Let's see here. I see a chapter here on the Earth and Moon, so I assume he'll know what he's talking about there. Risk and reward, calculations we make daily with our own lives and the lives of others. That's kind of outside of his wheelhouse there. Let's see. Gender and identity. People are more same than different. I'm not sure if, again, that's his wheelhouse. Truth and beauty, aesthetics in life, and the cosmos. Well, this is like the realm of, if anything, philosophy. We have a whole branch of philosophy known as aesthetics. And I don't think you learn too much about that, about beauty, and when you're getting your PhD in astrophysics. Law and order, body and mind. Wow, I don't know. I'm wondering how far outside of his wheelhouse he's going to be getting on most of these other topics here. I'll check it out. I'm definitely going to read that vegetarians chapter first. Yeah, Ex-King Felix. Yeah, is this just a general book of his opinions on everything? I wonder. Like, who cares what his opinions are? I mean, if you're going to read, you know, someone who's purporting themselves to be a scientist, I'd rather have them talk about science rather than give me their 2-bit crappy armchair reactions to what he thinks vegetarians and vegans stand for, you know? Seymour Butts. Is that a real name there, Seymour Butts? Well, you spelled Seymour wrong there, huh? To me, veganism just seems like a waste of time, to be honest. Well, tell me, Mr. Butts, how is veganism a waste of time compared to, like, being a non-vegan? Like, how am I wasting time? How are more minutes or hours being sucked out of my life wastefully being a vegan rather than just doing whatever Mr. Butts is doing. So Mr. Butts, if you'd like to explain this to us, I'm all ears. So I'll eagerly await your reply there. Hey, Diablo, how you doing? Hey, after I think a premiere that we did a week or so ago, me and Diablo met up on chess.com to play like maybe 5 games of chess. He whipped me really, really good, man. He's like 2,500 compared to like my like 940 character I had on there. I have different level accounts I have on chess.com. Anyway, whipped me thoroughly, so that was fun though. Thanks for playing. We gotta play sometime. You gotta try some different openings. You don't have to, but yeah, I mean, we're getting stuck doing the same things, trying to find different variations, but I had no chance. No matter what, he could probably just move the pieces almost at random and like whip my butt, you know, just play crazy openings like, you know, like A4 or G4 or something like that, you know, just crazy random stuff. Anyway, I don't think I played that much over my ready, Diablo. So I had no attacks. I couldn't go on the attack against you. I mean, yeah, I came out of the openings with decent positions, but you always found ways to exploit them, and I had no attacks. You know, I mean, it just showed I have some basic knowledge of the openings, but I didn't feel like I was playing all that well. I mean, I was playing as well as I could against someone whose ratings, like, you know, like almost 3 times higher than mine. Scandinavian. Yeah, I haven't followed Izzy Davis in quite a long time, but yeah, another person who I understand is, I've heard is not vegan any longer. And I remember when she went off to college, she was hanging out with in Berkeley, a bunch of friends, female friends who were not vegan. So I think there's a lot of pressure there. But yeah, I think she's really one of these people who are really influenced by like the whole Durian Rider Freely movement. You know, she went to the whole Thailand bike festival thingamabobber, you know. Yeah, a lot of people that are involved in either Raw or that Raw Till 4 thing. Strangely or not so strange are the people who are not vegan anymore. I respect her for not making videos, at least I'm not aware of videos, like trashing veganism, like all these people, why I'm no longer vegan videos, you know, just making a bunch of nonsense. If someone doesn't want to do it anymore, no, it's their choice, you know. I'm bummed for them, but I'm not going to make a video about it. But I will make videos about people who leave and try to just throw veganism under the bus with a bunch of lies and nonsense afterwards. Wow, I didn't hear that, Patrick. All New York City hospitals are defaulting to plant-based diets. Really? They're no longer going to serve heart attack patients after they get their heart surgeries, open heart surgery, like bacon and eggs and cheese anymore? That'd be awesome. Hey, what happened to Mr. Butts? Did Mr. Butts just come and poop and split? I think he pooped and split, huh? Where is Mr. Butts? I see Dr. Bear, or who is it? Yeah, Dr. Bear responded to Seymour. Why do anything good in the world if perfection is impossible? Yeah, he's using a lazy appeal to futility fallacy of some kind, probably. Hey, vegan metalhead, you love being vegan, getting back to making content. Awesome. Old Playable Vegan, Woodstock Fruit Festival. What was that? What's that comment in relation to? Because I'm interested. Because yeah, a lot of people who are I'm no longer vegan, you know, were you know, Woodstock people, Woodstock Fruit Festival people. Mr. Butts went to plagiarize another name, huh? Can't imagine what he's going to be next time, huh? After Seymour Butts. VLAM, well, HHE make a why we are still vegan video. I mean, that's just kind of like, you know, pointless, I think. You know, it's like, no one's going to watch that. Like, why am I still vegan? You know, it's not going to get the views of why I'm no longer vegan, you know? Let's see. Dr. Barry, what's that? Raw veganism and Raw Till 4 are very culty movements. Yeah. I mean, not everyone who follows those are culty, but a lot. I would say more than half. You know, the majority of people that get into that fall into some kind of culty person they're following and culty behaviors. And it's no coincidence that these are typically the people that are no longer vegan any longer. You know, I'm seriously, most people I knew that I met through like this whole fruitarian raw till 4 scene, most all of them, like 3 out of 4, I would say 75% are no longer raw till 4 or fruitarian. They're not even vegan. So that says something. Here I am doing the same old thing all these years, boring old me, you know, just eating plants in a balanced, sensible way, not doing radical, restrictive fasts and raw and all that, and here I am still chugging away, you know? Woodleaf. David Golas of Lycia made a solo album. Yeah, I gotta check it out. I think you may have mentioned it, or I may have saw him talking about it on Facebook a while ago. What was it like? Does it sound like Lycia stuff? Let me know. Let's see. Am I friends with other vegan activists on YouTube? I mean, there's people I chat with, you know, on occasion will be friendly if I see them in public, but I don't have any like buddies or anything like that. But yeah, you know, I'm friendly with a lot of people, like say like Mike the Vegan, Inch Herbivore, stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know if I consider anyone like buddies because I don't see any of these people on the regular. Maple Bell, hey, where should I look for a cruelty-free guitar? I'm not sure what to tell you on that, you know? I don't know where you can find a cruelty-free guitar. I don't know how you figure out what kind of glue was used or not used in a guitar. I guess you could write to the manufacturers or something like that. I don't know what to tell you on that. You know, as far as I know, my guitars are all cruelty-free or not, I don't know. Well, John Venus is a slight deviation from that Pueblo Vegan. Yeah, Ravana for sure fits in my my categorization there with what all these former ex-vegans have in common. John wasn't really like a big raw person or anything like that. So yeah, he kind of breaks my mold there. I mean, I didn't say everyone. I said most of these people who are recent former vegans were from that raw or raw till 4 kind of thing. But yeah, it's a few people like John and Steve-O who just somehow brain farted one day, hey, vegan is bad, I'm gonna die, or something like that. You know, whatever. You know, people get weird ideas as they age. Let's see. What's that deal? So people even tried to call the unis, asking if he worked there, and they never heard about him. Who are you talking about there? Hey, Dr. Bear, thanks for the first super chat tip of the day here. First and hopefully not last. Thanks, Dr. Bear. In my opinion, high school and college freshman math classes should emphasize analyzing logical arguments more. Yeah, more. I agree with you because, yeah, most people are not going to take a philosophy course, let alone a critical thinking one. So, yeah, why can't they get a little bit of that in math? Because there is a connection between formal logic and math. I know because I studied formal logic for almost a year, basically. The way things are now, you have people who know the Pythagorean theorem but can't recognize logical fallacies and appeal to futility. Yeah, I guess that would be a decent place to teach it, is considering we don't have any kind of a required course, you know, anywhere in education, higher or lower, that, you know, where we teach critical thinking, just basic critical thinking skills. Imagine how much better of a world we might have. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, cool. Film our music. Only vegan 7 years. So like, you like me, Mike, Inch Herbivore, Plant Choppers are vegan heroes. Awesome. Cool. I'm glad to be a vegan hero. Thank you. That's awesome. I like that. Wow, Joshua, who are you guys talking about, Diablo? So I'm going to scroll back up to see what, oh, Bart? Are you talking about Bart K? He thinks, no, I don't know. Is that what you guys are talking about there? I've always thought he was an odd person, but I don't want to speak bad of him or anything. But anyway, sorry there. Metalhead, thanks for our second super chat tip, the vegan Metalhead. I've been watching School of Wok lately. Not a vegan channel, but have vegan recipes such as vegan mapo tofu. That's cool. You know, that's cool. Support other people who are cool with vegan. You know, not everyone's 100% vegan, but if they're cool, they're putting out cool vegan recipes and they're not being a dick about vegan, you're going to die if you're vegan or whatever like that, protein deficiency, muscles make we're going to die, you're killing the planet. You know, that's cool. Support people like that. Okay, so Diablo, so you're saying that Bart K, who I've made many, or maybe 5 or so videos about over my career here, claims he is a professor. Yet no universities he claims he has worked at has ever heard about him. Well, that's a problem. It's possible he could be an adjunct professor. Did he claim if he was like a tenured professor? Because if he's like, you know, a non-tenured professor, they come and go. I know this because I was in the grad school biz. When I was in grad school, I know what it's like. So he could be an associate professor or whatever like that, and they might have not heard of him, especially if he'd done it like 10, 15 years ago. A whole new, personnel might be working there. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm curious though, did he say he was like a full, just a tenured or regular on staff? He's just not semester by semester contract. Did Bart claim to be a regular professor, yet no one's ever heard of him? That would be, that would be a huge blow to his claim. Let's see. Is anyone here to bully vegans? Am I missing stuff? Allison, I feel like I'm one of the only young people who values critical thinking. No, there's others out there. I think Han Solo's cousin, who I just saw pop up here, a very young person, 14 years old, and values critical thinking. So good to see Han Solo's cousin, and thanks for our first YouTube super chat tip of the evening. Thanks so much. Our other two from Dr. Bear and Vegan Metalhead have come from Streamlabs. I believe I have pinned up to the top of the live chat here our link to Streamlabs. Which is a great place to leave a super chat tip as well, or just leave a donation if you like. Either way, Streamlabs, I prefer it, and most other creators prefer Streamlabs because they don't take the 30% cut that YouTube takes from super chat tips. But YouTube's fine too. Like Han Solo's cousin leaves us super chat tips there all the time. All good. I'm just saying, if you really want to try to give as much as you can to the creator, Streamlabs. It's really easy to do. I've done it a few times. Anyway, on other people's live streams, not mine. Anyway, Bart, what are you saying, V? Bart K is an embarrassment. All he does is personal attacks and insults. Jesse 12 string, hey Jesse, is it just, did you just renew, or sometimes it just says people have become members, Happy Fan members, and they already were. I don't know. Let me know if you just joined or joined again, or is Streamlabs tripping. But thanks, Jesse. And we just sent your book out, by the way, for your Christmas gifts. And if Kim's watching, we just sent yours out too. I want to mention last week we were having a sale, a Cyber Week sale, and with our coupon code, and I haven't turned it off yet. So if you would like to get one of our books for the cheapest price ever, seriously, I think before we were selling our books for they're $25. It's a print book. It's big, huge, and expensive to make. And previously, we sold them for $20 at a few occasional moments in history. But now we're selling them for $15 on our website. So here is our website. Oh, you actually need a code. Let me get you the whole code thing here. If you want to get it, you have to use our code HAPPY35. That means 35% off. And you can use this on our website that I have up here. It has some of our CDs, has a few extra of our old t-shirts, the ones we pressed up here in Long Beach, not the ones on Teespring. Anyway, you can get anything, even an ebook, for 35% off using the code HAPPY35. And you still have plenty of time. If you get something, get a gift for your friends. If you're like me, like, what should I get so-and-so for Christmas? Get them a good book on how to make some good, healthy, easy to make plant-based meals. So use the code down there. I think I just pasted it in to the live chat, HAPPY35, and we went beyond Cyber Week. It's still going. I'm just going to keep it going for at least another week. So if you want to get a last minute Christmas gift, I just got some more orders yesterday, and I'm going to go to the post office next week, Monday. So it'll get out to you, especially if you don't live outside the United States. It should get to you, usually in 3 to 5 days, or quicker if you live near us on the West Coast here. But anyway, it goes out priority mail. So let me know if you have any questions. But yeah, happy 35 on shop.happyhealthyvegan.org to save 35%. So you can get a book for $15. You can get a t-shirt for $15, and you can get an ebook for like $6.65 or something like that. Crazy prices right now. I see some people rebutting someone. Is there someone here to debunk veganism? I see people saying here not a real argument. There's more to life than taste or sensory pleasures. Who are we talking to here, guys? Hey, Uncle. Good to see you, Uncle. Who Oh, is it Terry? Oh, so you're sitting here that you... No, wait, who here is... I'm confused. Please, if you're here to debunk veganism or say you dislike veganism, make yourself known to me, because, that's what we do here. We talk to me. You can talk to people in the chat a little bit, obs, but I'm the guy running the live stream here, so let's get at who they're talking. Who are you guys talking to? Or are you guys just not talking to anyone in particular? You're just saying stuff like that. Let me know. Maybe you're talking about Bart K or something like that. So let me look in the chat here. Karasu the Dreamer. Okay, let me scroll up to see if I can find Karasu the Dreamer. So Karasu the Dreamer is basically saying something like this.
Cruelty free. Yeah. Not to those screaming plants that you can't hear. They fucking scream, man. Right. They make noise. They know when they're being eaten.
Oh, I think I have to flip it to from top chat to live chat. So we have a plant activist amongst us. I'm trying to find Karasu the Dreamer. So let me look. If you're here, Karasu the Dreamer, speak up again. I may have not, I'm scrolling back. I cannot find your comment here. Oh, I think I got it. I think I found you. It's the last one I can see here. All right, let me try it. I'm gonna try to get your comment on the wall here, okay? So I'm gonna put it up on the poop wall. Oops, wrong.
I'm going to leave your words on this board for all my classes to enjoy, giving you full credit, of course.
All right, so let's get you up here. Karasu the Dreamer, I got you. All right, let's see what Karasu the Dreamer is saying. How should vegans respond to comments? Oh, you're not saying this. You're wondering how to respond to this. Like plants have feelings too, or plants are sentient. I'm getting a lot of comments from people I know. Okay, so you're not here to debunk veganism. You're just wondering what to say. Okay, here's what to say to Karasu the Dreamer or anyone. Oh, and happy, I'm sorry, thank you, Jesse 12string. I thought I heard a super chat tip coming there with that all right sound. That's to alert us all that we just got a super chat on YouTube. So happy to support your channel. I appreciate all you do. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much, Jesse 12string. Thanks so much. And I appreciate that you appreciate what we're doing. And we're very happy. We got excited when we saw your order come in. I go, oh, I know who that is. So let's get back to Karasu the Dreamer here. Just to ask people that say this, who are obviously they probably got F's in biology in any science class in high school or college if they studied those topics in higher education. Just ask them, how is it possible for a blade of grass or a rose or a piece of kale, and all of them lack brains and central nervous systems, how is it possible for them to have sentience? Because it's absolutely necessary. And actually, if you look at the consensus of scientists and ask them if plants have sentience, they'll say no, they have some kind of awareness, but it's not this literal kind of awareness like that a mammal or an animal has. It's awareness in a metaphorical sense. Like they know they don't have brains, but they can orientate themselves to the sun. They know they don't have a brain to know, but they're equipped to pull nutrients out of the soil. Adapt to changing weather patterns. But ask them, if we removed your brain, like your friend who giving you this crap, tell your friend, if we removed your central nervous system, do you think you would have sentience anymore? And obviously not. So just tell them no, it's an absolute requirement to have a brain and central nervous system to have sentience. As we understand it here on planet Earth. Maybe on some other freaky planet you can have sentience without brains. They have something else, but here on planet Earth it doesn't work that way. What's that, Diablo? So, Ryan, and anyway, vegans kill less plants than meat eaters because animals eat more plants. So if you're truly concerned, if you're an animal activist like Joe Rogan.
Cruelty free. Yeah. Not to those screaming plants that you can't hear. They fucking scream, man. So they make noise.
So some's a true
and they know when they're being
plant
eaten.
Activists. I hope they have no gardeners ever. They never clip their overgrowing brush and trees and bushes and stuff like that. And I hope they know that animals eat way more plants on planet Earth. So if they're truly concerned about harming or killing the fewest amount of plants possible, if that's their true moral goal in life, or one of them, they would have no choice other than to go vegan, because vegans don't eat as much plants as animals do. You got to feed the animals over and over and over again to raise them to big enough so they get slaughtered. It takes way more plants to feed animals than it does to feed humans. Oh, Seymour's back. Yeah, they can react. Plants can react to stimuli. Totally cool. There's nothing wrong with plants reacting to stimuli, but it doesn't mean that they are sentient. Do you understand? How can something that has no brain or central nervous system, like a piece of kale, how can you say that thing is sentient, meaning it's self-aware? It's aware of its own existence. It could feel emotions even, like Joe says. They scream.
Cruelty-free. Yeah. Not to those screaming plants that you can't hear.
How can they even though they don't have the vocal cords to scream, how could they even have the thought to scream? How could they have anything such as hope, embarrassment, anticipation? They don't have a mental life. You can't have a mental life without a freaking brain. It's impossible. At least it's how we understand life here on Earth. Yeah, there's some aliens from planet Zebok 7 that are not based on brains. They have some other way of having intelligence happen. You just ate kale this evening, X King Felix? Well, you are a freaking murderer, my friend. Yeah, I just bought some kale at the market today. Hey, Han Solo's cousin. Yeah, plants don't feel pain, obviously. They don't have a brain. See, even a 14-year-old person understands this. How can you feel pain? How can you be conscious if you don't have a brain? They don't have a nervous system. Yeah, they don't feel pain in the way that you would feel pain if I were to bite your arm, or if a dog were to bite your arm, or if I were to bite a dog's arm, or if I were to bite a chicken's arm. They would feel that. A plant is not going to feel pain. It has no awareness in the sense that animals do, because there's this huge gulf between us types of living beings. Brains, central nervous systems, no brains, no central nervous systems. You massage your kale, Jesse. That's good. Since they can feel pain, make them feel pleasure. I think if plants feel pain, then all these plant activists should take it upon themselves to pleasure plants. Let's see them create a lifestyle where they make plants experience as much pleasure as possible, like massaging them. Maybe take some kale to the movies, right? Take it out to like a nice dinner. It could watch you eat other plants. It might be bummed on that. And then you go to a movie. Heck, you can kiss it afterwards, make out with it, have a romantic relationship with it, even though it's not consensual. So there's some, is that okay? Does the kale consent? It has sentience, right? It has to be consensual. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. It's absurd, this whole notion of plant sentience. Anyway, hey, Peter, thanks for the super chat tip there. Hey, Ryan, have you ever heard of mud water? It's like a mushroom-based coffee alternative. No, you guys know I don't drink coffee. I'm just a big water person. So no, I've not heard of that. Why, are you drinking that? Well, that's good to know, Carl. Yeah, so if you have a relationship with plants, keep it platonic, because since plants are sentient, it could be a non-consensual romantic relationship. The kale might think you're just gross, but it can't, hey, get away from me, I'm a piece of kale, I hate your ugly ass. It can't do that. So that's how kale talks, right? Like that. You play chess with your bok choy. I wonder what rating. I don't know if your bok choy could beat me. Or I'm thinking I'd probably get beat by the bok choy. Seymour Butts. What is speciesism? Plants know they are alive? No, they don't. They don't have brains or central nervous systems. They are not self-aware. Plants don't have thoughts. They can react to stimuli. They can react to temperature. They can react to sunlight or darkness. Pull nutrients out of the soil. It knows how to grow. It's been programmed by nature and God and biology over the eons. But it doesn't have a brain. It can't have thoughts. So if you have an idea for me, Seymour Butts, how plants have thoughts, we're all ears. So tell me, Mr. Butts, how can a brainless living thing have a thought? Just let me know how it's possible. Where does the thought occur? Does it occur in what part of the plant? Does it occur in where? Where is the, like in the brain, you can tell, there's the mind-body distinction, but the thoughts of our mind occur in the brain. They don't occur in my elbow or something like that. They occur in the brain. So where in a plant do the thoughts get produced? Because like again, in a mammal or an animal, you can trace the origin of the thought. Again, thoughts are non-physical things. You can't touch it or anything like that. You can't weigh it, but you can point to the actual physical part of its body, the organ in the body, and the precise points or in the brain where the thought comes from. Where do the thoughts? Where is their physical counterpoint in biology in the plant, since they don't have brains? So I'd like to know this one. In the roots? You don't know. You just put a question mark there. You have no idea. You have no clue. Because you know why you have no clue? Because they don't have a point. There's no point in the plant. Like, I can go get a piece of kale right now from my fridge. Does it have a thought? Again, where? Let's figure out what part. I'll get a banana. Like, what part? Or is it the banana tree? Or is it the fruit? You guys don't know because there's no answer. Does the tree think? Or is this the fruit think? Because we know fruits are the reproductive parts of plants. Do those things think? Because I don't think my reproductive organs have their own sentient thoughts or anything like that. See, this is a complete absurd road to go down. There's no thinking in a piece of kale or a banana. Let's see. So Uluwali is saying the bitter part in the banana tip is the brain. There we go. We handled it there. How about in a piece of kale? Where is it at? Yeah, Han Solo's cousin. Yeah, just don't harm. Just do the least amount of cruelty and harm possible. And that, you're not. What do you think is suffering more? Han Solo has it right. If we want to look at it like what Han Solo's cousin saying there, what do you think is suffering more? When you go and like hit an animal and beat it and slit its throat, or you pick up a kale out of the ground and eat it? Do these people really think that's equal suffering? There's no difference in any way, shape, or form as far as the amount of suffering and pain caused, morality, anything like that, between like picking up a banana or an apple off the tree and eating it versus killing an animal and eating it. There's no difference there. I mean, that's just ridiculous if you think that. RG the third, is it possible to go vegan without taking supplements? Yeah, I mean, I was vegan for 5 years before I ever took a single supplement. And I started taking a B12 supplement after about 5 years, not because I was deficient. In fact, I was getting my blood tested regularly, as I still am. I love getting my blood tested. And it was still really high. It was like 500 something. It's supposed to be above 200, so I was far from deficient. But I started taking one then just to be a good role model and, just show you, there's no shame in taking a B12 supplement. But yeah, I probably could have been a supplementless vegan for much longer than that 5 years. Let's see. What's that? Army, Glasgow? All you can talk about is if plants fulfill pain. What about what's healthy for humans? Well, are you trying to say that the only way to be healthy as a human is to eat only plants? Because that's not true. You can have a really unhealthy vegan diet. I've seen many people eat super unhealthy vegan diets. People that did raw diets. They thought they're doing healthy things, but these are the ones that, calorie restricted, whether intentionally or not. They went on fasts frequently. And most of these people I knew, like I was saying earlier, from my raw friends, fruitarian friends, they're not vegan anymore. They're not even raw anymore. They're not even vegan anymore, So there's many ways to do veganism. You could, unhealthy, you could be a junk food vegan. Totally fine if you want to. You're not harming the animals. That's what veganism is about. So there's not, I just want to make sure there's a distinction here between being vegan and healthy. They are not one and the same. You can be an unhealthy vegan. You can be a healthy vegan. It's up to you. Army Glasgow. No, but it's healthier when you include meat. What do you mean it's healthier? Like, are you saying vegans aren't healthy? Is that the point you're trying to make? Army. I'm sorry if I'm not getting your name right. So I want to understand your point. Let's be absolutely clear. So you're saying vegans can't be healthy or something like that. I don't understand what you're saying. Like, I'm already healthy. Have you seen my blood test videos? Like, how can I be healthier if I'm already healthy? My doctor said, hey, you're a 55-year-old man. Your blood labs are absolutely stunning for a man your age. My health, my athleticism, my physique, my body mass index, great, really good for a person my age or any age for that matter. So they didn't say you got to do something to be healthier. Like, you understand, if you're healthy, it's a state. It's not like a race to the top or something like that. You're like a level 10 healthy or something like that. You're either healthy or kind of not doing well. Oh, blood work doesn't say anything. So you're saying basically, doctors been ordering blood tests for all these decades. It's just a waste of time. So how do you propose? Again, how do you propose we measure health? And let me know what kind of training you have in biology or medicine. Let me know what your experience is to make the proclamation that you're saying here that blood labs are meaningless, because extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, as said by my favorite scientist of all time, Carl Sagan. So you're saying this blood lab business is just a crock of crap. Let's throw it out there. So please provide me the evidence that you have that blood labs are absolutely meaningless. I didn't say it says everything. I said my blood labs are excellent, and other markers such as my body mass index, my physical fitness, all taken collectively. It's not just like they looked at my blood labs or anything like that. They know I do resistance training 5 days a week, hardcore basketball 2 days a week. I exercise like what's that, 5 hours a week? I mean, that's pretty good, better than most people half my age. I have extremely good athleticism for a person even 20 years younger than me. So we have these markers too. My body mass index, spot on. Most people my age are either overweight or obese. I'm not close to either of those. So please tell us how we should measure a person's health if you don't like blood labs. Yeah, I didn't say it said everything. I said it's a holistic, collective assessment. You just can't look at someone's blood labs and not even look at the person. I never suggested that. I'm going the blood labs plus everything else the doctor sees in his or her exam. Okay, I already said you can't be healthy as a vegan. The question is, could you be even more healthy? Well, my doctors didn't say, hey, Ryan, you know what? Your markers and your athleticism and your physique and everything are amazing for a man of your age. But, you should try to take it to the next level and eat meat or something like that. Like, why? I'm already doing great. Like, how could I be more healthy? I'm already healthy AF. My doctor said, whatever you're doing is working for you. Did you hear that? That's what they've said. Whatever I'm doing, they know what I'm doing, is working for me. It's working better than the other guys they see who are my age, who are not faring as well, who are overweight and sick and have high, like, fasting glucose, hemoglobin A1C markers, are diabetic, all sorts of things are going wrong with them. So I'm like, why do I want to change to something else? I'm already healthy. I mean, what do you mean healthier? My doctors didn't say, you got to get healthier. No doctor has ever said this. So this is an interesting comment coming from I assume a non-health professional. It's just a weird thing. It's like some kind of race. Like there's the healthiest, like then there's kind of healthier. Like, what does this mean? I don't even understand. Like, healthier. This is just your weird fantasy. Like, I could say, hey, you'd be healthier if you just ate more plants. You're healthy, but you're eating a bunch of meat. You'd be healthier if you gave all that crap up. You could be healthier, right? Who are you to like dispute that? Yeah, army. I didn't say. I just said that. Someone can eat differently than I do and be just as healthy. I'm not denying that. Don't put words in my mouth. I never denied that. I'm not one of these vegans that comes on and say, hey, unless you're 100% vegan, there's no way to be a healthy person. I know some people, some extremes types will make that claim. It's not justified in science. I've never heard any vegan medical doctor ever support that. In fact, they laugh at such a claim. It's possible to have healthy markers and everything and not be vegan. It's ridiculous to think that only a vegan person could have healthy blood markers and a healthy physique and all that, So yeah, maybe you're complaining, Jeremy, about other people that you may have heard say nonsense like that, but that's not supported by the science. Our channel, our mission here is to educate people about what's evidence-based and separate that from misinformation and just pure garbage nonsense. Hey, Fu Man Poo, good to see you. Good to see you, Fu Man Poo. You're still here, sort of hanging on to YouTube by your fingernails. I hope it works out for you. In fact, you know, I've seen so many like YouTubers, like you guys like me that make videos, gals that make videos, they get in some trouble with YouTube and they find their way back in after a week or two. So hopefully everything's going to settle down for you there, Fu Man Poo. But yeah, we'll try to do a Happy Fam members only live stream soon. And Angie and I will sit down here and talk about our thoughts about social media, because it's really frustrating. Like a lot of times I think, it all sucks. It's just a bunch of fighting and misinformation and conspiracy theories and extreme politics, and it's just killing the planet, so, and destroying all our mental health, you know. So we'll talk about that. We'll try to get a live stream maybe Sunday, if that works out for you guys. Are you guys let's see, Scandinavian. I have to react to what Izzy says here. I'd rather not, unless she's really trashing veganism. I know you can't paste a link here. You could paste the video title, but you know, she's an old friend of mine. I prefer not to, unless she says something nonsense. Let me know, Scandinavian. Was that an old video of hers? I don't want to react to something she said like 4 years ago or 3 years ago. If she said something like in the last week or two or month, maybe so. But other than that, I'm just going to leave it all in the past. Joshua, Pooh exposed the New World Order, and now YouTube is after him. Okay, it's a 1-year-old video, you think? Okay, can you paste, Scandinavian, can you paste the title of her video in here? And I'll just paste that into YouTube, and I'll find it that way, because you can't post a link. Well, was she deficient in that stuff, Scandinavian? I don't know. Well, meat, it's a known carcinogen. Would you deny, do cigarettes cause cancer, Arami? Because meat's in the same category of carcinogen, or processed meat, I should say. Like stuff that most meat eaters like you guys like bacon. I like my bacon. I'm a meat eater. I eat my bacon. It's like not everyone who smokes gets cancer, gets lung cancer, but it's a known carcinogen. Like if you want to avoid lung cancer, you best not smoke. It's the same kind of thing with meat. If don't take my word for it, let's just go look here. I mean, this is just a matter of not opinion. This is a matter of just looking this up. Processed meat carcinogen. I mean, it's the opinion of the World Health Organization. World Health Organization report says eating processed meat is carcinogenic. All right, so let's see if we have more that we could talk about here. High consumption of red or processed meat also increases risk of other chronic diseases and mortality. But it says right here, processed meat is carcinogenic. That's from Harvard T-Chan School of Public Health. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, I'm trying to find some summary so we don't have to read through their whole paper. It's quite long. Eating more than 700 grams raw weight of meat a week increases your risk of bowel cancer. So, I mean, if you want to dispute this stuff, yeah, this wasn't a clinical trial where they kept them in a metabolic ward. That's not the only way to assess risk. That's, you know, that I know people like to wish for that, but that's not always possible. This was a review of the best. Ooh, my mic's falling apart here. Yikes. 1 second, guys. My oh man, this is bad. 1 second, guys. My what's that called? The shock mount for my mic is weak. 1 second. 1 second, guys. I'm sorry about this. I don't want my nice expensive mic to fall down. Okay, looks like it's good for now. So anyway, you know, you can if you want to dispute this research, I want to ask you, what's your qualifications? Because the World Health Organization arrived at their announcement of red meat as a group 1 carcinogen. No, I'm sorry, processed meat as a group 1 carcinogen, which is a known carcinogen, and just red meat in general as a group 2A carcinogen, a probable carcinogen. They arrived at this after having reviewed their science team who are specialists in nutrition and research in nutrition after having reviewed the relevant studies into this. So this is a team of scientists reviewing the known science coming to this position statement. So I want to know, what do you know that these guys don't know? Okay, no, it's not an appeal to authority. I'm just telling you, here's the thing. If I want to understand something about science, like say how dark matter works in the universe, how much dark energy is expanding the cosmos, I'm going to go see what the experts who actually are trained in this field know, rather than ask someone like you, or even ask someone like me. I'm not trained in this. If you want to learn how something works, you go see what the experts say. So it's easy. You're exhibiting that's known as the Dunning-Kruger effect, where people who have zero knowledge, zero training, zero expertise in the field disproportionately think they have way more knowledge than those who are trained and have expertise. So I'm just saying, yeah, just because they're credentialed doesn't mean they are without fault and can't make mistakes, but this is the opinions of trained researchers and scientists after having reviewed the scientific literature. You're just sitting there in an armchair with no training, just making these claims up. Who am I going to take the word of? Who shall I give more weight to? Some guy in an armchair making stuff up, citing no research to back up any other claims, or a group of scientists trained in the matter after having reviewed the relevant research in the field coming up with a position statement? I'm just saying, I'm not saying they're 100% right because of the position, but I'm going to listen to them more. I'm going to listen to someone like yourself, and I'm not bagging on you. I'm not an expert either. That's why I didn't go out and make a video. Hey guys, meat's carcinogenic, and I know this because I read one study on Google. Well, most experts recommend meat. What are you talking about? Experts in what? What the hell are you talking about? Listen, what are you talking about? Why would I need to eat meat? Here's the whole point why we don't need to eat meat. So everyone, let's go check out why it's absolutely unnecessary to eat meat. Because he thinks it's unhealthy. It's like somehow you're going to be unhealthy without eating meat. Well, look at all these health organizations around the world. Kind of like the World Health Organization after their scientists reviewed the relevant scientific research in cancers and their connection to red meat and processed meat. Here we have scientists in different organizations from around the world. Dietitians of Canada, British National Health Service, British Nutrition Foundation, Dietitians Associated of Australia, Mayo Clinic, Heart and Stroke Foundation of Canada. I can show the Americans, the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. They're all saying the same thing, that appropriately planned vegan diets provide adequate nutrition for all people in all stages of life. They don't have a little asterisk saying, but if you eat meat, you'll be that little tiny bit healthier and yeah, you get a little bit of healthier thing. No, it doesn't say that. It says, hey, if you eat a sensible, balanced vegan diet, you got all this, everything you need. So why would I want to kill animals needlessly to get some magical, mysterious, extra little tiny bit of unquantifiable health that you're asserting exists when you don't need to? Because the experts have already looked into this. You don't need to eat meat to have a healthy body, a healthy life. So yeah, you're just saying, we don't know, maybe you should kill animals for no reason and you might get a little bit healthier, maybe. I don't even know for sure because I can't provide any studies that have looked into this. It's just my opinion sitting here in my armchair. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I think this dude does need a timeout. But I'll give him one opportunity. I forgot his name again. But anyway, this person we're talking to, can you provide me? I've shown you several sources of credible information to back up my claims. You try to say meat has no connection to cancer. I provide you the World Health Organization and an article from Harvard's T.H. Chan School of Public Health, backing up what I'm saying. I'm showing you position statements of health organizations from around the world, echoing what I'm saying here. So please, now I want you to provide me some evidence rather than just your opinion, how you think it is, because I feel this way in my armchair. Please show me some evidence. I mean, show me some. You said 9 out of 10 doctors say it's cool to eat meat. Show me this. I would just love to see it. I would love to see if 9 out of 10. Show me anything. Show me any evidence you have other than just making crap up right here. Okay, so we will wait for you because right now all you're doing is you're flinging poop. Oops, wrong button here. You're just flinging poop on my poop wall here. Like, poop. Oh, meat doesn't cause cancer. Oh, vegan diets aren't healthy. Oh, blood tests are irrelevant. Oh, those are experts. You can't trust them. Pilled authority. They're just slinging poop on my wall. Yeah, Diablo. This is a circular argument because he is intellectually dishonest. Please show us any evidence. I'm not saying you're a bad person. Just please, I want to be proven wrong. I want you to debunk veganism right here and now, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Debunk veganism for us all right here. Show us some evidence that what I'm saying here is somehow factually wrong, evidence wrong, the logic's wrong. I want to see this right now. I'm waiting for veganism to get debunked, okay? So we'll see what he has to say here. Yeah, Jesse 12 chat. I just think we need some evidence of what you're saying, or else it's just a waste of time. And Fa Dieting, great point. Veganism is a moral stance. He doesn't understand what veganism is. It's not like, the healthiest diet in the world or something like that. We do it for our health. No, even if there was evidence that it was a teeny less healthy or whatever than another diet, I'd still be vegan. Okay, Scandinavian. What nutrients are missing from a vegan diet? From Izzy. Okay, thanks for pointing that out. I'll remember it happened an hour in. All right, thanks. Okay, so we're gonna let our friend, what's his name again? Lost him. Anyway, I'll wait for our friend to come back. Are my glasses okay? We'll wait for him to come back and bring us something so we can see what he's saying isn't just like made up crap coming from his head randomly right now. So are my glasses okay? Well, come back and yeah, I didn't even see Bob and Gus. I guess I'm so focused on my glasses okay. Well, are my glasses okay? We're not here saying that eating animals it's impossible to have good, healthy biomarkers. We're not saying that. And if any vegan tells you that, they're probably full of crap, because I know vegan medical doctors who laugh at untrained, non-medical vegans who try to make this false assertion. But yeah, Hansel's cousin, thanks for the super chat tip there. Go vegan, Aramy, Bob, and Gus. That's not what we're saying. We're just saying vegan diets are nutritionally adequate and are, if followed in a healthy, sensible way, provide excellent health. So if I can be super healthy as I am now, why would I want to freaking kill an animal for? It's not going to make my life any better. It's going to make that animal's life worse by ending its life. So please explain to me, if I'm already healthy and doing fine according to every doctor here, it's like, why do I need to go kill an animal to get health for? Because I already have health. So, do you understand the lack of logic in that? I'm vegan because, let's all go look at the definition of vegan here, because I don't think he understands what veganism is. It's not like a way of living which seeks to produce the highest state of human health possible. No. In case you didn't know, it's about ethics, morality. We find it wrong to harm animals because it's absolutely unnecessary. It's a philosophy and way of living which seeks to exclude as far as possible and practicable all forms of exploitation and cruelty to animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose. No, notice how it says nothing about health. It says nothing about healthier, nutrition, biology, science, or anything like that, environment. It's wrong to harm animals. So here you are on a vegan channel trying to tell us to eat animals. First of all, we're morally against it. Secondly, it's absolutely unnecessary because we don't need to eat animals to be alive or be healthy. So why would I need to kill animals needlessly? Explain to me why I should just go randomly kill an animal and eat it, and it's absolutely pointless. I don't want to do it. It's against my morality, and it won't provide any benefit other than, no benefit. It'll take the animal's life away. So please explain. Bob, you're saying your body wears down after 2 weeks without meat? How come it's not happening to me, Bob? How come I'm here in my 55th year on Earth here, slam dunking? I just did another one last Friday. I put it up on my Instagram. Let me know if you guys want me to play it for you here. It's up on there. I mean, how come my body is actually doing things in my mid-50s that I was completely unable to do in my 20s and my 30s and my teens? I mean, I've been vegan now for over 12 years. Okay, Peter, thanks for timing him out. Appreciate that. I guess we let him go on too long. So please, Bob, what's so different about me and everyone else whose bodies are not breaking down? What is unique about Bob Hill's body that after 2 weeks of not eating animal products, his body breaks down. I'm just kind of curious, Bob, not making funny. Like, what's so special or unique about Bob Hill and his body that's not happening for me at 12 years, and it's happened to Bob after like 12 days? Just kind of curious. Hey, Fu Man Poo, maybe the next pandemic will reset it all if Facebook and Twitter don't, huh? Maybe so. Yeah, listen to AJ Vintage there, Bob. There's reasons why you might not feel great after a while. Your microbiome. This is not woo-woo talk. This is pure, like, real science here. Your microbiome was used to getting a bunch of animal products. It's not getting as many when you're changing to a plant-based diet. It takes a few weeks. I've read like 3-ish weeks or so for your microbiome to get set up to more efficiently process plants instead of animals. So you might not feel perfect for a couple weeks. Doesn't mean your body is breaking down, just means your body is adjusting. I mean, again, if I can do this at 55 years old, 12 years vegan, I'm not sure why a person I assume is younger than me can't last 12 days. Well, Army Glasses is back. You're back, Army Glasses. Wow, I admire your persistence, but if you get blocked, there's a reason why. So let me show Army Glasses the rules here. And Army Glasses, let's all just take a look here as to what we expect, the kind of conduct I expect us all to follow here on the live stream. Be civil. No personal attacks, harassment, racism. You've been pretty good with that, okay? You're not spamming, but number 3, you're here to sort of debunk veganism or whatever. I mean, let's not debate that point, but you're here more for the 3rd reason, to say something not beautiful about veganism. So here, if you're here to do that sort of stuff, I will discuss only one of your claims at a time. Don't keep bringing up new claims like, oh, it doesn't cause cancer, blah, blah. You brought up like 4 or so claims. Don't throw poop on the walls, what you're doing. I'll block you. Just one, if you're here to discuss things from a non-anti-vegan perspective, I'll just take one of your claims at a time. I don't have time to deal with every goalpost you're moving along the way here. So that's why you got timed out. So I apologize if you were not aware of these rules. So now you are aware of these rules. Okay? All right. So anyway, let's get away from the poop wall here. All right, so Bob and Gus, I haven't even seen Gus. So Gus, are you here? What is Gus's issue with veganism? So Gus, if you're here, and Bob, I will look at what you have to say now. Okay, Bob, I just kind of wondered what was so unique about your body. Let's say, okay, I'll try to push through. It's very difficult. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but it sounds like a microbiome situation to me. Make sure you're eating a balanced, sensible diet, and make sure you're eating enough food. That's probably the number one thing I see, like people who are new or like switching a plant-based diet do. The number one problem or thing they're not doing quite right, it's that they're not eating enough. I think somehow they're thinking, oh, if I go vegan, maybe I'll lose some weight, get rid of that 10 pounds that's bugging me. No, don't think like that at all. In fact, think to eat more, like maybe gain a pound or 2. Make sure you're eating enough. Just plan to gain a pound or 2. You probably won't, but just plan to like slightly overeat. Just right at first. I'm not saying stuff yourself till you're vomiting. No, nothing like that. Just make sure you're eating enough, because I've seen it happen more often than not. People tend to like underestimate how much they should eat as a new vegan. So yeah, you might need to eat a little bit more. It might be a little less calorically dense than like animal products, so you might need just a little bit more volume in your tummy. Not just my guess as a non-health professional. Yeah, AJ Vintage. Yeah, these so-called health influencers, vegan or otherwise, what did you say, often starve themselves. So yeah, don't listen to health influencers who are trying to have like 6-pack abs all the time, or the slim bikini body for Instagram. And look at me, I'm so healthy because I have 0% body fat. I mean, they're probably doing some pretty effed up stuff to have like 2% body fat. That's not normal. DF, do I think there's some people who can't be vegan due to allergies, intolerance, and other issues? I have yet not met anyone who's allergic to all plants or intolerant to all plants. Yeah, I've seen people allergic to say nightshades or gluten. Okay, don't eat those. Fortunately, there's dozens, if not hundreds of plants you can get at your market, of all kinds, grains, legumes, fruits. I mean, there's so many things. So just avoid the foods you can't tolerate or are allergic to. I've yet to meet anyone. I cannot eat any plant. I'm allergic to every plant. The only thing that my body is not allergic to is like meat and dairy. I've yet to meet that person. If there were such a thing, you would think it would have a name. It would be a disease or a disorder or something like that. It would be named. I've yet to hear of any disorder where a person cannot eat plants. Yeah, I'm not a medical doctor, just saying. I've been vegan 12 years, YouTube for 8 years here on a vegan channel. I have yet to hear of it. If there's something out there where people can't eat plants, let me know. Jesse 12 string, it's like showing up to court. It's like court here, our live stream, and saying, well, judge, I love my evidence at home. Where did you think you were coming today? Hey, judge, learn to Google. Doesn't fly. Yeah, if someone wants to have a discussion, and again, we are evidence-based vegans here, as opposed to woo-woo vegans or whatever, intuitive eating vegans. We just listen to our bodies and don't care about science or ethics or anything like that. We're evidence-based, ethical vegans. So if you have any evidence you want to share with us to back up your claims, yeah, now's the time. Carl says, I'm allergic to mango, papaya, grapefruit, and edamame. It's not a problem. See? Avoid those foods. You could easily be a vegan and never eat and I can't remember the last time I had a papaya, to be honest with you. It must have been like 8 years ago. A grapefruit, maybe a year or two ago. I like edamame, like, tofu. On mango, I probably eat, a few mangoes a year, not too many, but you can avoid those plants and be totally vegan. It's not an issue. Uncle, unarmed anti-vegans are cannon fodder for me. I guess kind of, huh? Federer is asked to eat a gluten-free diet. Yeah, that's a Djokovic thing. That's what kind of turned his health and performance around. Durian is an interesting fruit. Yeah, I don't know if it's the best fruit, but it's a very unique fruit for sure. Okay, DF, I'm glad you think it's all fair here. Do you have any other issues about me or veganism? And then we can move on from your questions. But I wonder if we're cool now. You understand where we're coming from here on Happy Healthy Vegan. Wilby, can I do a video on Elwood Dog Meats Farm? No, it's a satire or whatever. I mean, what can I do about that? I mean, they're doing fine. They're attracting a lot of publicity and getting attention. I don't know if I could help them grow anymore. What's that? Alice Dexia, do you have a question here? Why not stop all other species who are omnivores too? What are you talking about here? Are you saying to kill like all the lions and tigers of the world? Are you vegan? Just let me know what's going on there. DF, would I say non-processed meat is healthy? I mean, healthy is such a nebulous general term. I mean, yeah, there are nutrients in meat. No vegan should deny that because that's just a plainly false statement. It's not like meat is plastic or something like that. You'll have nutrients in meat. Vitamins, minerals, macronutrients, sort. Except for it's mainly free of carbohydrates. Anyway, but what's your question there? But yeah, we're not saying if you eat meat, you can't be healthy. Is that what you're saying? I mean, that a lot of vegans would like to think that, but I know people who aren't vegan and are healthy, have healthy blood labs. I know some vegans might get pissed that I'm saying that, but this is, it's just a true fact according to all the science I've seen, to the vegan medical doctors I've talked to. But veganism is not about health. You can be a really healthy vegan if you want, but I'm vegan because it's morally wrong to harm and kill and exploit and murder animals, especially since we don't have to. You can go to the freaking supermarket or neighborhood grocery store and get what you need. Meaning plants. You don't need to go out in the wild and hunt animals to survive. We're not like living like Eskimos or whatever, Inuits or Maasai or anything like that. And even those guys typically have access to stores and stuff too now. As far as how the Inuits live, we have this fantasy how they lived like 100 years ago or something like that, and that's all changed. Let's see, DF, you're the best vegan on the internet. I'll take that one, thank you. Yeah. I've ever seen that vegan couple? Not a long time. Yeah, they're a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Harsh and a little more judgmental than I am. And again, I'm not speaking bad of them. I'm evidence-based. Not to say they're not, but I go where the science goes. As far as when we're talking about the science, like there's questions that are about morality, like killing animals, harming, stuff like that. That's moral philosophy. Then we're talking about science. If someone wants to say, is it possible for a non-vegan to have healthy blood labs? Yeah, you can actually go out into the world and find that fact. It's not a matter of speculation or philosophical thinking. There's an actual fact about that matter that exists if you look for it. Yeah, damn right, X-King Felix. Mike the vegan is cool, but he can't play guitar, so watch my show. Who would you rather trust? A vegan who can play guitar or not? I'm just kidding, just totally kidding. Making crap up here. What's that, Cruiser? If you want to support the abuse and death of an animal, it's your right. What are you talking about, Cruiser? Please tell me how you have the right. What gives you the moral right to go out and just abuse animals? I'd love to hear your rationale for that. So I'm going to put you up on our wall here. Okay. 1 second here. Let's get you up on the wall.
I'm going to leave your words on this board for all my classes to enjoy, giving you full credit, of course.
Yeah, I just want to know. Oh, you're saying that sarcastically. Okay, darn. Okay. All right, so I wanted to hear the argument or justification for that. Yeah, Terry Jones, that's a good way to describe that, to describe that vegan couple. They have some deep convictions, and yeah, I'm not knocking that. We just have a different approach in our activism, and I'm not saying mine is the right one and true right correct way, the truth of vegan activism. I'm not a narcissistic a-hole like some vegan YouTubers are, who I've banned from ever commenting on my content because they think their crap don't stink and they are the one true church of vegan activism. Like, screw such self-indulgent BS. Yeah, I falsely poop-walled. I do that sometimes. Brazilian bigot. I'm not sure if I like this name. Have you people ever visited a farm? Where are you going with this, Brazilian bigot? If you have a question, an argument against veganism or something, that's cool. Just tell us what your point is, okay? If you have a thing. Have you people ever visited a farm? I know you probably don't speak like that if you're Brazilian, but that's my, when I hear like a anti-vegan person in my mind, I just kind of hear that accent. So no one hate me, please. I don't know what I'm not trying to emulate any particular person or region. Sylvian Moyman here says, I grew up on a farm. Jesse Twelstring, aha, yes, I've visited a farm, point, yes. So some of us here I've visited a farm before too. So yeah, get to the next step. Don't ask a stupid leading question. Like, just get to your point. We don't have all night to wait for you to slowly feed us your argument. Just what is your point you're trying to make? Why even mention a farm in the first place? Okay. Demonics. I think I've heard something like that before. I don't want to get into that. DF, we're moving on. I want to see this Brazilian bigots comment here. We answered a lot of your questions tonight, DF. So if you want to come back next Friday, we're here every Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. So yeah, 6 to about 8 p.m. come back and we'll answer some more of your questions. Jeff, since I'm your favorite vegan on the internet, subscribe, follow us, and we'll be back next Friday. You can have a whole week to think some more stuff for me, okay? And actually, come back. I look forward to you thinking this through, having it process and filter through your brain, and getting some ideas. So come back to me next week with some good questions. Okay? Are we cool with that, DF? You can come back with your It's My Glasses per person account if you want to. Okay, Angela Matter, my second cousin owns a farm. Where is our Brazilian farmer person? Where he comes and talks a big mean talk. Have any of you people? Anytime you ever hear that, you people, it's some crap. They're going to say something hateful, bigoted, and that's why his name has bigot in it. Okay, DF, awesome. You'll subscribe. Come back next Friday. We'll be here talking about, veganism. And if you want to try to ask some questions, some hard-hitting questions about veganism, more than welcome. I'm, fully, willing and wanting to answer them. So our big talking alpha male Brazilian guy there just disappeared into nothing here. Probably upset because they're out of the World Cup. Ouch. Yeah, Joshua, do you even farm, bro? He could have asked that, huh? John Doe, can I be fruitarian without eating nuts or coconut? Why do you want to be fruitarian for? Brazilian's back. I asked because I actually lived on a farm for a few years and the animals are treated very well. Okay, that's nice. The animals, say they were treated like a prince, like a human prince. They they slept in beds with silk sheets. They got massages and, say they were treated as good as humanly possible. They're bathed in olive oil baths and, virgins scrubbing them down and everything. Okay. All right. So what's your point? Because are the animals there just to live long lives like when you were on the farm, you didn't get led to a slaughterhouse, I imagine, right? But the animals did eventually. So you're saying it's totally cool. If the animals are treated with love and bathed by virgins in olive oil, then it somehow justifies ending their lives needlessly so you and the farmers can profit off them losing their lives and their bodies being sold as meat. Is that what you're trying to tell me here? So treat an animal so well and then you can kill it. So if we can apply that morality to animals, why don't we apply that to humans? Say I get a kid off the street and he can live here and we treat him like that, treat him like a king, then we can kill him, right? It's totally cool because he was treated really well the whole time. Oh, DF, we know animals are not exactly the same as humans, but they have the right. Vegans believe animals have rights, some of the basic rights that humans have, like maybe not the right to get a driver's license or the right to vote or stuff like that, but the right to live a life in which they're not exploited and murdered. Just basic things like that. We're not trying to say they're equal and that they're going to compete with me for a job or something like that. But we're talking about basic rights to live a life without being tortured, murdered, exploited. Just simple, basic things like that. And humans are animals. Thank you. We are animals too. What's my take on the imperfect vegan? I have no idea who the imperfect vegan is. What should I know about the imperfect vegan? Yeah, cruiser. Yeah, it's crazy. And almost now, 2023 almost. We have to tell people that animal abuse is wrong. It's just wrong to go and start harming and abusing animals, causing cruelty and pain to animals. John Doe. Okay, you're telling me about raw. Bananas are the most easily digested food for humans. Is that true? What's the most, do you know this, John? I'm just kind of curious. He's speaking about that like it's a fact. So let's go see what's the most easily digested food for humans. If there is such a fact, we should be able to find that. Most easily digested food for humans. Let's find out if that's a true fact. Okay, I love bananas. I have about 40 bananas in my banana stash right now. You'd be proud, John. Toast, white rice, bananas, applesauce, even eggs is on this list here. I don't know how much I should trust Healthline. It sounds like kind of a like a, Live Strong kind of site. Medical news today, 11 easy to digest foods. That sounds a little better of a source here. Let's see what we got here. Toast, white rice. I know all you raw guys are afraid of that. Bananas. Again, I love bananas. It doesn't say it's the most easily digested food. It's one of the top most digested foods, but by that argument, a person could live on white rice and toast. If you're looking for the most digested foods, easily digested foods, applesauce, eggs is on this list again too. So, I don't know if bananas is the most easily digested food in the world. So you're saying because bananas are the most easily digested food in the world, you should eat nothing but fruit? Because it doesn't mean all other fruits are equally as nicely digestible as bananas. There's some fruits that are probably a biatch to digest. Yeah, and Diablo points out there's many kinds of bananas too, not just the Cavendish bananas that you get in the supermarkets. All kinds of bananas if you live in the tropics. So, I don't think they all digest equally as well as the next. What do you think? DF, again, come back next week if we want to get into this deep topic of sentience and can animals experience pain. We can talk about that next week, okay, DF? You have no idea what the emotional capacity of animals. Yeah, it's not as rich and complicated as what, say, a primate can experience or a human can experience. We're primates, but it doesn't mean that a dog or a pig or very intelligent creatures or dolphins have primitive emotions. And if so, how is that a justification? So you're saying he who has like higher emotional capacity has the right to like exploit those with lower emotional capacity? So say we find I'm saying there's a lot of problems with that. That's not a justification. You're just trying to state, in nature, humans are more intelligent and more emotionally complex. I'm conveniently human, so I'm going to say humans have the right to kill the lower creatures. I mean, we can go into that next week, okay, DF? Next week. Maybe you want to have toast now. Awesome. All right, cool, John Doe. McDougal is not a raw fruitarian, and I've never heard McDougal ever once even remotely suggest a raw fruitarian diet. Just pointed out that, yeah, that sounds like stuff McDougal recommends there. Toast, rice, banana. Yeah, cool. We're on the same page then, John Doe. You don't have to be a fruitarian in any shape to be, doing veganism well. Woodleaf. David Glass is singing about shooting people. He's probably, I haven't seen it, but I can imagine one can get angry at the world and get that in their poetry, but not really enact that in real life. I'm just guessing. I don't know. I have to check it out. David Glass is in a band. Was in a band that a fellow bandmate of ours when we were on Project Records in the 90s. So that's what he's talking about there. Woodleaf. I'm gonna play "And the Wood Comes a Leaf" for you again. I was just jamming it the other night. I need a pick. Here's a pick. All right. That's the intro to it. Anyway, thought I'd jam it out for you right there at random. Anyway, Diablo, so what's the stupidest thing you've ever seen? Is it DF? DF, do you really want to try to debunk veganism tonight? Is that what your goal is here? Let's see, Samuel says, we are not the most emotionally complex animals, but our complex emotions are almost same to those that are simpler or more complex. Oh, thanks, guys. Well, that's a cool emoji there, Woodleaf. I guess I thought of you. I was playing the song the other night. Oh, maybe I'll jam that on the next live stream. Okay, DF, you're not here. You're just here to ask questions. All right, cool. Yeah, Sammy, we're not the animals with the largest or even the most complex brains. That belongs to marine mammals like whales. Do I use a lot of open tunings? Yeah, open tunings are awesome. That song's in an open tuning. Yeah, that's in Dadgad. I'll strum you Dadgad for you here. Open, without hitting any notes or anything. Do a lot of stuff with open tuning. That also was a part of the song And Wood Comes in a Leaf. Yo, cool. You love the sus chords there. Awesome. Yeah, I don't even analyze what these chords are. When I'm in an alternate tuning, I don't even really think about it, other than more like, am I more in a major chord or a minor chord? And, you know, sometimes I'll look, okay, is it more like a seventh or not, or something like that? Cool. Smile is your favorite. Cool. I'll play Smile. That's in standard tuning. Okay, there we go. I always forget what key it's in because I screw around. Screwed up. I did a major mistake there. I did a major chord instead of a minor chord. Oh well. Julio. Veganism is more dangerous. We're wrecking this country. Julio, please tell us more, Julio. How is veganism dangerous and wrecking this country? I would like to see that. But yeah, the open tuning I did a few minutes ago, that was it's called Dadgad, Dadgad, and Smiles in standard tuning. But anyway, Julio, thanks. I'm not even warmed up, guys. I feel all shaky. I'm all, I usually, warm up a while before I ever start recording or anything like that or play. But anyway, Julio, please tell us how veganism is dangerous. I want to hear this, Julio Sands. So you came here to my live stream here. So please tell us, how is veganism wrecking this country? That's a huge claim. So two things. Veganism is two things, according to Julio Sands. It's dangerous and wrecking this country. So I'm going to put that all up on the poop wall here, Julio. And I'm going to paste a bunch of comments, but I'm just going to get Julio's in the end here. So 1 second, because I want to see the J isn't silent. Okay. I like to say Julio, but if your name is Julio, I will call you Julio. Thanks for pointing that out here. So please tell us, Julio, defend these 2 points here, that veganism is dangerous and we are wrecking the country. You guys are wrecking the country. This country, which country are we wrecking? Do you know what country we're even in? I'm in right now. So Julio, you have our attention. Veganism is causing a decrease in testosterone, making us weaker. Julio, do you know what your testosterone levels are? I know what mine are. And what is your age, Julio? I'll share with you. I'm 55. And if you tell me your testosterone levels, I'll show you mine. Do you know what your testosterone levels are, Julio? Let's see. Let me go to our channel and pull up my latest testosterone video. What do you think about that? I should have this all ready to go. My bad. All right. All right. Here's our videos. I'm going to search for testosterone, and we can all take a look. hey, you're throwing poop on the wall, Julio. You're just throwing, and now vegans are racist. It's dangerous. It's destroying the country. You're flinging poop one thing at a time. Please, Julio, do you know what your testosterone levels are? Because we'll go look at mine right now. Let's take a little start here. I want to say right up front here, I'm not hating. Because you know who shares your opinion? Morons like Joe Rogan.
Lack of saturated fat and cholesterol, dietary cholesterol and saturated fat, leads to hormonal imbalances, leads to your body having a harder time producing sex hormones.
Hey, this is Ryan. So yeah, people like you and Joe Rogan who are absolutely misinformed and have no knowledge or expertise or training in this area of human biology just make these nonsense claims up out of nowhere. Maybe it's something you heard at the gym, some bros said that or something like that. So I'll show you my testosterone levels here, and okay, just tell me, do you know what yours are? Since you seem to be such an expert in testosterone and diet, please share with me what your age is, because testosterone production in males decreases as we age, as I show in my video here. This is a well-known thing. That seems to be the reason why Joe Rogan is getting testosterone shots in his ass. Yours is 450. How old are you, Julio? And as you tell me your age, I'll get ready. I'll just jump to the part where I share my testosterone. Now, let me show you some other knuckleheads who think testosterone, comes from eating meat. Here are throughout the internet.
It is very hard to boost testosterone and have optimal testosterone if you are on a vegan diet.
Basically, he's been a vegan for several years. 20 years old, and he notices that he just can't get it up. He took my advice, and boom, he's recognizing that there's some life coming back to Mr. Happy down below. Go figure, right? Nourish your body with the foods that mankind has eaten since the dawn of creation.
The real problem is when they distort the reality of the scientific findings of the human animal and diet. And that's an issue with a lot of people that are vegetarians and vegans that go on about how healthy they feel and about how awesome, but they're not doing blood lipid profiles.
So I'll take that as a challenge, Joe, to put I'm doing blood lipid profiles. So where's Julia? I want to know, Julia, how old are you? Tell us your testosterone is about 450, and how old are you? Because we know testosterone levels decrease as a man ages. So if you're in your 20s, that's all right. If you're like, my age, that's pretty good, So let me know, Julio. No, you don't get to ask the questions. Do I have narcissism? No, I want to know, how old are you? Why is that so difficult to answer? You shared your private testosterone information. I applaud you. Thank you for doing that. You didn't have to do that. You just could have been a random person making up numbers. Mine's 5,000. Just make up some nonsense. But I'm just curious, how old are you? Because that number that you gave me there, it depends a lot on your age. If that's like, a good 39, okay, not bad. Any guess what mine might be? What do you think? I'm 55 and I've never taken any testosterone or, steroids or human growth hormone or anything like that. Nothing of the sort. Nothing. Just, eating plants. So any guesses what you think mine might be? Since you're 39 and you eat meat, and yours is 450. So what do you think mine is? Maybe, what do you think about maybe 200 or 300 since I get no testosterone from my diet? Just kind of curious what your guess is. As you get your guess, I'll start winding the video forward. Okay, so here's how testosterone levels decrease. Let's see, here we go. Natural testosterone levels before the injections were not those of a man in his late 20s. It sounds like he suffered from the normal natural decline in testosterone that happens as we age. So anyway, let's move on to the results from my testosterone blood test and see if I'm having the same results as Joe, the normal natural decline that we have in our 40s and 50s. All right, do we see that here? 13.4 for free testosterone and almost 879 for total testosterone. So yeah, I've been vegan for over 12 years. No animal products for 12 years. Never took a thing to produce testosterone or injection or anything like that. So obviously, testosterone's not like an issue at all. In fact, this is really good. As I show here, to put these numbers in perspective, what does an 800 mean? Like, how good
Or
is it
this?
even worse because I'm vegan? So my total testosterone was 879 and my free testosterone 13.4. So let's see what these numbers mean. So let's go back to this chart that shows the average testosterone levels by age. Time. And if you look at the average testosterone level for a person in my age bracket here, we see that 879 for total testosterone and 13.4 for free testosterone are pretty much off the charts. So yeah, off the charts. So I'm just saying, these claims that if you eat a vegan diet, you're going to have low testosterone. And Julio, who's eating all carnivore, nothing but meat, and is what, 16 years younger than me. So he's eating all this meat-producing testosterone meat, or testosterone-producing meat, my bad. All this testosterone-producing meat, and is 16 years younger than me. That's a huge difference. 16 years is huge, especially how you start aging differently once you hit about 49, 50 or so. And yet mine are the levels of some guy that's in his late 20s. So obviously testosterone production is not an issue. And this is not just me. I'm just a case study of one here. I understand I'm producing like an anecdotal report here or anything or something like that. But there's science that shows that I'm not an uncommon anomaly. I'm not a freak of nature or something like that. There's studies that show that those who eat super high protein diets actually get lower testosterone levels. Julio, maybe it wasn't me. Well, the thing is, I did another testosterone test about a year and a half before that. So it is pretty much the same thing. It actually went up a tiny bit. I think it was like upper 700s. Now I'm upper 800s. So my testosterone went up. So no, and the tests were about a year and a half apart. So nice try there to deny my objective readings, but I got multiple tests and they're all showing my testosterone levels are probably higher than yours have been in quite a long time, if ever. I'm not poking funny. I'm just saying, by all objective measures, I have tons of testosterone. Yeah, there you go, Samuel. Gorillas have no testosterone because they don't eat meat. Yep, there you go. Julia, I'm not getting mad for your opinions. I'm getting mad because you came to my live stream and said this. Veganism is actually more dangerous. You guys are wrecking this country. And then I didn't put up what you said about the testosterone to add. This is why I'm upset. I'm not, what'd you say? Get mad at people because you come here and throw lies at us. I'm offended when people lie and try to spread misinformation about veganism. Because why? Let me ask you, why do you feel it's so necessary to spread lies and misinformation about veganism? I'm just here to set the record straight because there's so much misinformation. As I showed here, Joe Rogan, Neil deGrasse Tyson, just so many people lying and saying complete nonsense, non-evidence-based bullcrap about veganism, and you're getting mad at me for being upset about that. Wouldn't you be mad if someone was always lying about the carnivore diet, making up nonsense about you guys? Call me about what? I mean, you're the one saying here that veganism is dangerous and wrecking the country, and your evidence was testosterone. And I showed you mine is sky high, much higher than yours, higher than Mr. Faker's, and all. I mean, higher than Joe Rogan's. I mean, I'm the testosterone king I'm just joking, but I mean, if we look at all this, I mean, this is awesome. A guy my age with testosterone that's like almost 900. I know it's anecdotal, but I said we can continue on my video. There's studies that show that I'm not an anomaly. This is common. People who eat plant-based diets are not lacking in testosterone. Our levels are typically healthier or above the mean. I'm not a freak of nature. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I'm an example of what the evidence has been showing. I have sociopathy. Why? Because I'm sharing evidence with you? Is that See, here's the thing. Now you're getting into this name-calling victim thing. You came here throwing crap on my wall. Vegans are more dangerous. you guys are wrecking the country. I said, how? Because of testosterone. I'm not sure how testosterone would wreck the country and be dangerous, but I showed you. Veganism does not wreck testosterone. And now I'm a sociopath because my testosterone is 900. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. If you have high testosterone like me, you must be a sociopath. No, thing is, I'm just a confident person. I don't really think, what should I do? Like back down and cower and be like this timid little dude? No, I'm not that kind of person. I don't take bullcrap from people. I don't appreciate people lying about veganism. I mean, I've been vegan 12 years, 8 years here on YouTube, most of the time just defending veganism from complete nonsense crap like this. You guys are more dangerous. You guys are wrecking the country. We're not wrecking anything. I'm being egotistical. No, I'm being a strong male. I'm not being a narcissist or a sociopath. I'm a strong male. You came to my house here. This is my house, this YouTube live stream. You came flinging poop about veganism being dangerous, wrecking the country, sucking all our testosterone down the joke. And now you're playing the victim. I'm this bad person for supplying evidence to, as what you said about testosterone is wrong. I think you're just, admit it, Julio. You're probably a little butthurt that my testosterone is like double yours, yet I'm 16 years older than you, and you eat all this carnivore meat, and I haven't had anything other than plants for 12 years. You're probably just pissed off, and you're taking it out on me, lashing out by throwing these names at me. But need to cool it with the vegan stuff, and you wonder why I'm upset. There you go. But you need to cool it with the vegan stuff. Why do I need to cool it with the vegan stuff? I mean, why? Why? Are you like, talk about narcissist or sociopath? You're dictating to me. You're trying to be the dictator, the authoritarian, telling me, here's what you can or cannot do, Ryan. I will set down the laws and limits because some things you do, like music, I'm cool with, but this vegan thing, no, I'm not cool with. Like, who gives you the right to limit what me, a free person in a free country, can or cannot do as far as like eating plants or anything goes? Just kind of curious. Yeah, Uncle Ryan is a strong male because he has high levels of testosterone. Haven't you figured that out, Julio? I'm not going to be some little cowardly guy. Oh, maybe I should listen to Julio here. You know, I'm afraid. I'm a timid dude. No, I'm not a timid guy. Oh, so vegans can't talk about anything. I mean, I'm sorry. Why don't you just focus on music? So vegans are not, I do focus on music. I've been working on music all week, getting my studio rewired and configured for some different music making configurations here. I just played some music on the guitar here. I do focus on music, but I also am interested in veganism. So you're saying as a vegan, you can limit me as to what my interests are. What other things can I not get into? I'm also kind of interested in playing chess lately with, Diablo Sal knows we played on chess.com last week. What other things as a vegan? I wasn't aware that there's limits. How about when I get on the bus? Do I need to sit in the back of the bus maybe rather than the front? I didn't know there are laws. So please, Julio, if you have this list of rules or limitations that vegans must follow, because we're second-rate citizens, obviously, that's what you're saying. You have the right to dictate what vegans can or cannot do. You're trying to limit my freedom in my free country here. So please tell me, what other things am I not allowed to do? I'm not allowed to talk about veganism. I can talk about music or chess. Why can't I talk about veganism? It's something I'm passionate about, just like music. Why cannot I talk about my passions? And how come other people can make carnivore YouTube channels? How come if you're a musician, it's okay to also have a carnivore channel, I suppose? But how come vegans can't? I'm just kind of curious. I want to understand these people's, like Julio here, who believe they are some kind of dictator. They are above me. He's up here, I'm down here. He can point down and say, hey, I'm going to limit you to your speech and what you can or cannot talk about on your own social media platform. So I'm just kind of curious, Julio, what gives you the justification to dictate the limits of what I can talk about? Just curious. Let's see what Julio says about that. Do I make lots of smoothies, Scandinavian? You bet I do. Every day. Almost every day. 40 out of 41 days I'm making a smoothie. Hey, Drew North, I saw that question earlier. Hey, there's a reason why when I studied philosophy, both as an undergrad and a grad, I was not interested in moral philosophy. I'm still not interested in moral philosophy. Maybe a little bit more now because of veganism, but I'm still not interested in moral philosophy. So I have no answer for that question. That's not something that interests me. That's why I went into philosophy of mind, philosophy of language, and just basically studying ontology or study of being. But I've never really got too deep into moral philosophy. So yeah, my opinion would just be a crap opinion because it would just be the opinion of some guy who's never really studied. I've barely had any, the most minimum amount of classes I needed to get through my studies in ethics and moral philosophy stuff. So yeah, I'm a uneducated philosopher in ethics. I know a little bit more than your average person off the street, obs, but as far as getting into an in-depth conversation about like the subtleties of moral philosophy, I'm not your guy. Hey VLAM, who's Steven Pinker? I have no thoughts of Steven Pinker because I have no idea who that is. Itzy Faw says, he can't be above me. Julio, my testosterone levels are higher than his. That makes me by default the alpha, right? Yeah, I like oatmeal. DF, yeah. I have oatmeal often in the evening. Sometimes for breakfast when I don't make my banana smoothies. But yeah, I often have a little bowl in the evening in the form of muesli. Let's see. Hey, is Mujita here? Is the vegan Mujita here? I thought I saw you pop on. If you're here, hello. Burnt toast, babe. If you eat cows, you can't be vegan. Yes. Is that in response to someone? Because that's it's pretty much an axiomatic truth there. Yeah, oatmeal with bananas is delicious too. Yeah, they don't have to be mutually exclusive. But I usually have a smoothie or oatmeal. But yeah, sometimes I'll put a sliced banana into the oatmeal, for sure. So Bob, I haven't been answering any of your questions tonight, Bob Hill. Do you have any questions for me? I see you're having conversations with lots of other people here, Bob, but so you believe animals have no rights whatsoever. I would just have to feel bad for the animals, but I've mostly overcome emotions. What? So you believe animals have no rights whatsoever? Like, they do have rights as far as most countries go. I mean, you can go to jail for animal cruelty. That shows you they do have some rights, even in countries who are not informed, whose ethics and morality are not informed by, like, veganism or anything like that. Allison, I feel like to be vegan, you need to pass a certain EQ and IQ threshold. I don't know. It seems like the guys who come here to try to like beat their chest and say, "Oh, veganism bad." It's like, yeah, I kind of see what you're getting at on that, huh, Allison? Not talking about you, DF. We were talking about specifically Julio there with the testosterone argument. Okay, Steven Pinker is a Harvard psycholinguistic. He wrote several popular books on philosophy and linguistics. Huh. I have not heard of him. No. Let me think. No, the name doesn't ring a bell whatsoever. No, I mean, for me in philosophy of language, I was studying guys like Kripke, Wittgenstein a little bit. Basically, Kripke and a lot of theories that came out of Sal Kripke's, like the semantic content of a proper name. Sounds really boring, but this is a big thing in philosophy of language, has been for a long time. So anyway, that's the kind of crap I was studying in grad school. Woodleaf, sometimes you feel like you're too stupid to be vegan. Hey, if you're vegan, you got to have some brains on you, right? I mean... There you go, Henry P. Yeah, in countries such as Ecuador, India, Argentina, and Pakistan, some animals have already been granted legal rights. Good point. And so even here, animals have certain rights as well. Wow, animal ambulance? You really have such a thing out in Sweden, an animal ambulance? Really? Hey, oh no, Antonio, if I haven't said hi to you tonight, and a few other happy famers I've seen come on tonight, I haven't had a chance to say hello to. Let me see. I think I said hello to AJ. I'm not sure if I didn't. Hey, AJ. And Lynn, if you're here, Lynn, say hi to Farmed and Dangerous for me. Denmark. Yeah, I forgot Denmark. My bad. Yeah, sometimes, yeah, when I think of Scandinavia, my first thought goes to Sweden. But I know it's Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. Not Finland. I know that. DF, you're still here with us. If we took away meat, I think there would be human-on-human violence because of disagreement. Who's taking away meat from whom? What proposal have you heard of or read or something like that? Hey, Bill, don't tell me how the game was. I watched till almost halftime, like a minute and a half before halftime. The Lakers are making a nice push there. So don't tell me anything about the Laker game because... yeah, Lakers are great now with Anthony Davis playing at the super high level, like, you know, like best guy in the NBA right now. LeBron's back from his little injury. And when those two guys are in the lineup, I think the Lakers now have the confidence to take on anyone. So I'll check it out after. I'm going to see the highlights. Or they actually might have a playback on Spectrum, our local sports channel here, because the game came on like at 4:30 or something like that. Most people here on the West Coast are still like at work. Korpchuk. Ryan, should we support reductionism? Well, what that means, I mean, reductionism has different meanings and different contexts, different fields of inquiry. What do you mean, or what do you believe reductionism is in your mind? I mean, there's such thing as like scientific reductionism, physical reductionism, or mind-body reductionism. You know, there's reductionism as far as we like using less products in life. It has so many meanings. So let me know what you're talking about. Oh, Laura, yeah, if you're here, Laura, yeah, our bot doesn't like all caps posts. So yeah, just say what you said, say it again. I apologize if you weren't spamming. Or spamming. Hey, Fallon Marie, I didn't get a chance to say hi to you too. Okay, Lynn, you guys are both watching. Hey, Farmed, hey, Lynn. Angie and I are thinking about possibly having essentially all you guys are here right now, a channel members only live stream on Sunday, maybe around the same time I do these live streams. We want to get Angie in here. We want to talk about stuff. So let me know if Sunday works good for you, but I'm pretty sure we're going to do one. You're the best, Ryan. Oh, thank you, Atomic Vegan. Wow, thank you so much. That's a really generous super chat tip there. Much appreciated. Just letting you know too, AJ, that we're thinking about Sunday, and hopefully I'll have a chance. Hopefully Sunday will be a double whammy. I'm hoping tomorrow I'm going to make a video on Piers Morgan, thanks to Peter sending me the link. Sorry, a little burp there from the water, and edit it and get it out in time for Sunday, maybe like, 5 Pacific time, and then do a live stream for our channel members like right after that. So we'll see if that works out. Like all get together for a video premiere, and then the channel members we can do a little live stream. We haven't done one in a few months, and I feel bad, but Angie wants to talk to you guys, so she's not hiding. We had a lot of crap. Monday and Tuesday this week, I pretty much got nothing done because our garage roof, which has been leaking to all heck for the past couple years, finally got replaced. Done really well, but yeah, it just pretty much ate up 2 days, just making sure the guys were doing it right and not be able to do much work with that going on. But anyway, Sunday we're looking at. Oh, cool. I'm glad you guys are looking forward to it. Okay, for you, 6 p.m. works out later, so maybe we'll premiere the video like at 5:30 and then do the live stream at 6 or something. Like, we'll figure it out. We'll get it figured out. Nicholas Bustos, can a human live a happy, healthy life and not be vegan? Which one, happy or healthy? That's 2 different concepts there. Let's see. Eating disorder? Who's saying veganism is an eating disorder? Coconut. Don't I feel bad for farmers making a living off selling meat? Well, is it their meat to sell? Basically, let's look at what veganism is. That's a great question, Coconut. Let's look at the definition of veganism here, as opposed to what my testosterone levels are. I can't believe I have these up right now. Let's look at the definition of veganism here. Oops, wrong one. It's a philosophy of way of living which seeks to exclude as far as possible and practical all forms of cruelty and exploitation of animals. So basically, yeah, farmers are making a living. They're off animals. They're using the bodies of other living sentient beings, mammals, warm-blooded, bleeding mammals who don't want to die. They don't want to be separated from their parents and live a whole life in exploitation, ultimately to be led to a slaughterhouse where their throats are slit or they get shot so some person could buy packaged meat from a butcher in a supermarket. So yeah, farmers are making money off an activity that involves exploitation. It's like saying, not to say it's exactly the same analogy here, but like, don't you feel sorry for all those slave traders who had to lose their jobs once slavery became illegal? It's something like that. It's like, or don't you feel bad for all those guys in the drug cartel who can no longer make a living now that all the police and federal agents have shut down the drug cartel? You know what I'm saying? You can make money off an act that involves a lot of cruelty and exploitation and killing. And they have families and kids that live well because of that, in all these industries that I just mentioned there. But just because they're making a living off of it, you got to look at what they're doing. They're exploiting others. In this case, they're exploiting the lives of other sentient beings. So yeah, I feel sorry for our farmers, but they can transition to other things with what they do on their farms. But yeah, it's I don't know what to say about that. They're exploiting animals. That happens to be their job. They're making money by exploiting others. Exploitation is exploitation. That's how they're making money. If they're making money some other way, not exploiting living sentient beings who don't want to die, that's fine. But that's the sad reality of the animal agriculture business. People are making money. Some people making tons of money by exploiting living sentient beings. I'm saying it, I didn't say it's the exact same thing, but it's similar in that, in all those things I just mentioned, those examples I think are similar, not exact parallels, but similar parallels. There's exploitation. Yeah, in one case we're talking about exploitation of animals. In other cases we're talking about exploitations of humans. But I'm just showing, making your money, your livelihood, via the inherent exploitation of other living sentient beings, there's a problem with that. You just don't have the right to exploit others all you want to make money. Let's see, I'm just going through your what I'm trying to say, your comments here, your cartons. Yeah, there you go, Carl. Other things that farmers can do if they stop producing animals. Carl said, I watched one video about a chicken farmer who turned their shelters into places for growing mushrooms. I've seen dairy farmers transition to making plant-based cheeses instead of cow or goat-based cheeses. It can be done. I'm not sure how easy it is for every single farmer, given everyone's unique different circumstances and stuff, but it's not like an impossibility is what I'm saying. Yeah, Dr. Bear, coconut. Do you understand the difference between a comparison and an analogy? No one here is saying eating meat is the same as having slaves. Yeah, I didn't say that. I was talking about a comparison in animal agriculture inherently exploits living sentient beings, just as like drug cartels exploit human beings. Slavery exploits human beings. I mean, there's other, I'm saying that's the common denominator. I'm not saying they're identical, exactly the same thing or anything like that. I'm just saying exploitation is wrong. It's just wrong. We are living beings, all of us. We're put here on this earth not to have our bodies be controlled by some other entities whose interest is not for our well-being, other than to produce a healthy creature so it can be sold for money. I mean, that's all they're interested in, is making money off you being healthy enough to not have a bunch of disease so they can sell your flesh for bucks. It's wrong. Yeah, Diablo also raises a good point. And yeah, I see AJ, humans are not more important than other animals. And Diablo said, I would say animals are more important than humans, given that they're innocent. They don't have a voice. We're the voice. I'm being a voice for animals right now, as most of you guys are as vegan activists. They have done nothing wrong. They are innocent and must get special protection from humans because they're voiceless and innocent. They didn't do anything wrong. Cows, chickens, pigs, they didn't do anything wrong, but people, needlessly demand or insist that these animals must be bred, 80 billion of them per year, 73 billion a year in chickens, every year, so that people could needlessly eat them. All that killing, all that destruction, all that suffering, all that bringing beings into existence solely to be exploited their entire lives. Imagine if that was your existence here, Coconut and others. If that was your entire life that you knew from the moment you were born to the moment you were prematurely slaughtered, that all you knew was you were kept for someone else's purpose so they could use your flesh and bones and blood to make money off of. That's pretty effed up. Yeah, the space aliens argument. I could bring that one up too. But anyway, yeah. How do you know what the animals can image or imagine, DF? I mean, exploitation is exploitation. One could argue a slave might not know that they're being exploited. They might not be fully aware of the bigger picture of the context of what their condition is. Just because you might not know you're being exploited doesn't mean you're being exploited. It's just wrong any way you cut it. Ahoy, Angry Vegan. How's it going? Drew North, I have no idea. One can look at the optimistic, like you're saying, say, do you think the boom in veganism in the past years is a start of human awakening? I wish. I don't think it is. I think the human species seems to be getting dumber at a very rapid rate. Are humans becoming more empathetic? I don't know. I'm seeing not too much empathy in this world now. Maybe vegans have it, and we're the ones going to carry the candle, the torch of empathy into a future that's going to be lacking it more and more. Money is important for a living. You know what else is important for a living? Not having your throat slit or being shot. Yeah, I'm not saying farmers have to subside on nothing, like they have to become homeless, but they can transition to other ways of utilizing their land, their capital, into making products that don't involve slaughter or exploiting animals. Yeah, I understand money is important for being alive. Yeah, I understand that, but just because you're making money from something doesn't justify it, especially if what you're making money off of is immoral and cruel and exploitative, like drug cartels and so on. Yeah, X-King Felix, animals are suffering and miserable. The thing is, why we don't need this whole animal agriculture practice. Humans can eat plants. It's unnecessary. Vegan cheese? What do you mean most people don't buy vegan cheese? I mean, I see vegan cheeses thriving right now. I mean, they're in Trader Joe's now. They're in markets all over the place. There's a definite market for vegan cheese. Yeah, I guess Uncle's asking a great question for Coconut. Yeah, the answer is yes, 100%. She would say, or he would say, money is more important than an animal's life. That's what their point is. They're saying, hey, it makes money. Well, that's no justification. I could go do shady drug deals and exploit people to make my coke and stuff for me and crack and, make money off it. Doesn't make it right. VLAM, you'll be a 3-year vegan next month. Not dead yet. Awesome. Yeah, and animal agriculture, as X-King Felix says, is fast-tracking the destruction of our ecosystem. Hey, Dr. Bear, thanks for the super chat tip there, Dr. Bear. Even if you believe humans are equally or less important to animals, you should argue that even if humans were more important, their argument still sucks because even if animals are less important, it's not okay to torture and kill them necessarily. Yeah, that's what the space aliens argument kind of is. Yeah, like just because we're more important than another species, how does that give us the inherent right to exploit and harm and kill them? What about us being more, what's the word that you use there? More important. Like, how do you judge what's more important too? Is it by our intelligence or something like that? Because if we use the intelligence argument, yeah, let's go to the space aliens argument. If we believe that higher intelligence of a species gives them the right to control the lives and bodies, life and death of lower intelligent species. Hey, if an alien spacecraft were to arrive here from planet Zbox 7 tomorrow, they'd be more intelligent than we are. They traveled through interstellar space and they have that technology down. We're not even close to that. They would be way more intelligent than we are. So once they got here, they could say, hey, we'll eat all the humans. We'll just kill them for the hell of it because we're smarter than them. That's their rule. That's the human being rule. We saw this in the Happy Healthy Vegan live stream that we were monitoring last night from our Zbox 7 spacecraft. We saw that if you are more intelligent than another species, you can have carte blanche, do whatever you want to, blow them up, light them on fire, whatever you want to do, because that's how it works. So I don't think any of us would like that. Yeah, but being smarter, yeah, of course we're smarter. Yeah, Nicholas points out, of course humans are smarter, but so what? Where is it written down? What moral philosophy says, hey, he or she who is smarter has dominion to do whatever they want to the species below them? Dominion in this broadest sense, not just like steward dominionship, but like you can kill them if you want, whatever you want. If you're smarter, you can go kill all the people who are dumber than you, or if whatever. Where do we get this rule from? Coconut, we're not talking about farmers to become homeless. Like it's like how? What are you talking about? I mean, what are you talking about? How are farmers going to be homeless? Please describe to me this fantasy in your mind there that farmers are going to be homeless. Like, how is this? What is happening? Give me some. What is happening? Like, how are they becoming homeless? Are farmers in danger right now because 2% or 3% of Americans are vegan, so farmers are on the brink of like bankruptcy? Like, tell me what you're talking about, because I think you're just making crap up. Lynn, these are some of the dumbest arguments ever. It almost makes me miss Bebop. Oh, Bebop was last week, huh? So I want to learn more about this the current economic situation of farmers, the plight that they are in, that they are finding themselves becoming bankrupt or out of business, and they're going to be homeless. If they can't make money from animals, they will go homeless. Well, I mean, okay, I guess if there's no animal agriculture whatsoever, but Coconut, that's not going to happen anytime soon. The world's not going to all of a sudden entirely switch over to veganism in one day. Do you understand this, Coconut? You have this fantasy situation. I call it the vegan rapture argument, where people have this fantasy, like, the biblical rapture happens like overnight. You have this rapture where everyone on this planet, oh, I'm vegan now. Holy crap. I've got to, everyone has this thing that they got to go vegan instantly. It doesn't work like that. I could see if that happened. You're right. Farmers would be without a job across the world instantly, but it's not like that. It's not happening right now. The few of us that are vegan are not threatening the livelihood of farmers around the world. And it's called finding another job too. Yeah, Bill, here's a good point. Yeah, we can use the meat, dairy, and egg subsidies that our government here in the United States does, and I know there's a few other countries that do something similar to that. We could use that to take care of the farmers, to help them transition. We use the might and power of the federal government of the United States to fund them. I'm sure if the president could write $1 billion check to the farmers, last them for a few years to help them transition to something else. I don't think our government would just sit by and say, hey, all you farmers, tough shit, the vegan rapture happened, you guys are all gonna be homeless. I'm sure something could happen. But there's no such thing. What you're talking about, Coconut, there, it'd be a gradual transition. If the whole world, or even 50% of the world, were to go vegan, it wouldn't happen overnight in some kind of vegan rapture. It would take time. As more and more people transition to eating only plants, farmers would bring into existence fewer and fewer animals. If they can't sell them all, why would they bring them all? If they bring fewer and fewer, it'd be a slow transition. They would adjust. It wouldn't happen overnight. You're talking about like something that would just shut them down instantly. I can't conceive of anything like that happening unless there was some kind of vegan rapture situation. Yeah, Vietnam, the American Civil War was fought over slavery. All those poor slave owners had to find some other enslaved traders. There's a whole industry, the transporters of them across, they had to find something else. RL, do you have a point? Sick people are getting well on animal-based diets. It's a growing thing. Okay, fine. Well, so what's your point? Why are you here? You're saying some people who are sick have gotten some health benefits when they ate non-vegan diets. Yeah, it happens all the time. People get better in the hospital after surgeries. The hospital's not feeding them vegan food. Before I was vegan, I got sick a few times, and guess what? I got better by eating whatever crap I was eating back then. What is your point? I'm not sure where you're getting at. So you have a point. Let's get it really clear here. Hey, Peter, thanks for the super chat tip there. Do people not understand how much money government gave about during the pandemic? Yeah, exactly, huh? All the money that the government was able to give us in many of our countries, Canada, United States, during the pandemic. The Canadian government gave out $2,000 a month to many people, preventing them from going homeless. So yeah, if the vegan rapture were to happen there, Coconut, I'm sure most of our world governments could do something like what happened back then, and it wouldn't be as bad because it wouldn't be their entire citizenship or anything that they'd have to pay all this money out to. It would be for the fraction of a percent of the population who are farmers or work in slaughterhouses or whatever. Coconut. Most people who like animal products won't start eating mock dairy, mock meat. Cool. I don't eat much of that either. So you don't have to eat mock meat or mock dairy. So now you're not even talking about the farmers anymore. I see a pattern here. You're flinging poop on my wall. Poop. So first your whole thing was about the poor farmers becoming homeless after some kind of weird vegan rapture where everyone around the world went vegan instantaneously or nearly instantaneously, maybe even in a year or something like that. Anyway, but now you're worried about how people won't go vegan because they don't want to eat certain fake meats. That's a whole nother issue. Like, what is your point here? Let's get to the what's your big argument here? What are you trying to say? Now he's talking to Dr. Well, people won't like that because they like meat and dairy. Why would people I'm saying if they want to go vegan, they'll eat what they like. You're trying to say you're saying these people are forced. You're describing a forcing situation. You're describing a situation where people who don't want to give up meat and dairy, they're being forced to eat fake mock meat. What are you talking about? Please give me some real world example of what the hell you're talking about where people are being forced to eat a vegan diet. I'm all ears, Coconut, because I think you're making crap up here. John Stephen, would flaming cucumbers fall from the sky during a vegan rapture? Maybe so, huh? Peter, that's funny irony, huh? Your name is Coconut. Do not understand they make milk out of that, coconut milk. Alice Dexia, do you have a question for me? I'm serious. Are you here like Coconut to debunk veganism? If so, let's get your point out because I can't be here all night. So I want to see what your point is, Alice Dexia. And if you're not here to debunk veganism, no worries. It's all good. That's funny, Allison. Oh, Coconut's back. They're gonna get forced if vegans try and make it illegal to eat meat. Okay. Okay, please tell me what you're talking about here. What are you talking about? I'm gonna put you on the poop wall here because this is extreme. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. What are you talking about? Vegans forcing everyone. What are you talking about? Please tell me. Is there something I'm missing right now? Is there some proposal on the table in this country or some other country that's going to force everyone to be vegan because it'll be illegal to eat meat? Please enlighten us here. Teach us all here, Coconut. What in the hell are you talking about? I want to know. I mean, is there some law getting pushed through by vegan activists or vegan lobbyists to make meat illegal? Please, I'm going to make a video about this tomorrow. I'm going to stop what I'm doing right now, get the story and run with this because I've yet to see anyone talk about this. So please help us out here, Coconut. What are you talking about here? Be specific, because you're speaking in these vague generalities when you fling your poop. You know, you throw these vague poops out with no substance, no fact, no weight, if you will, to support these poop flinging. You're just flinging poop on the wall. So now we're going to demand evidence. This is an evidence-based show, as I say all the time. We're just not here speculating bullcrap here. So please tell me, what are you talking about? Who's forcing whom anywhere in this world here? That's funny, Jesse. Big green bean is at it again. Yeah, Uncle, let's start a critical thinking cult, huh? Bill, you're running for benevolent dictator of the vegan earth. Okay, so Coconut, where are you? Please, once I pushed you to give us some support for what you're talking about, because it sounds like you're just making crap up, these weird fantasies in your brain, you know? It's like, just come out and tell us what you're talking about here. I want to know, like, are you talking, do you have anything specific to share with us about this fantasy, or is it just a fantasy? Let me know, Coconut. Just tell me this is a fantasy, right? You don't have any story or thing that gives us any credence, any reality beyond just a fantasy in your head, or some anti-vegan YouTuber's fantasy in his or her head. So where are you? Where are you, Coconut? I want to know. I want you to come back here. How can you leave us, Coconut, and not bring, you know, your evidence here? Coconut, if you're a victim of grave injustice, like vegans forcing you to go vegan, you'd want others to speak up for you. Oh no, you're talking about the animals here, yeah. Oh, here we go, Coconut. If the whole world goes vegan, it would be illegal. Okay, now I think you're starting to troll us here, Coconut. Let me put your last thing up here. I think you're trolling us, and I'm going to let you go. Again, we never talked about the whole world going vegan. How would this happen? Where in our live stream tonight did we have some kind of plan, loose or specific, for how the whole world's going to go vegan? The only plan I ever had, the very loose one, is some kind of vegan rapture, you know? So let me know how the world's going to go vegan. The whole world's going to go vegan. Let me know, because if there was a way to make the whole world go vegan, I would think about it. I would want to know what it is. Yeah, Uncle, but only what is supported by hard evidence, rigorously and skeptically examined. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and we're not seeing any evidence other than fantasies, these things in the brain. Oh my God, the whole world's going to go vegan. It's going to be illegal to eat meat, and vegans are pushing for that. Please let me know. I've made who's pushing for this? Just kind of curious. You're being so vague here. I'm a vegan. I'm a vegan that has a history. I have over 1,000 videos up here on YouTube that I've made since 2013. Let me know, guys. Do you know any videos that I've ever made? And I know Coconut probably isn't too familiar with our content, but a lot of you guys are. Have I ever made a video where I'm trying to push to make it illegal to eat meat because I have a plan for the whole world to go vegan, and once the whole world's vegan, it's going to be a crime to eat meat? Like, let me know if I've ever said anything remotely suggesting something like that, some kind of grand scheme to make the whole world vegan and put people in jail or whatever if they're not vegan. Just kind of curious what they're talking about here. And if not me, does anyone have such a proposal on the table? I'm just curious. Coconut, no, you answer my questions. You don't get to ask the questions on me. You're the one saying this crazy stuff here. So I'm asking you, who's saying this? You said here, vegans are pushing that. You guys see the words there? It says vegans are pushing that. So who? I'm a vegan. I'm a vegan activist on social media. I've been active since 2013. Please, let me know if I'm pushing that. And if not, who is? Again, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. So I'm just kind of curious, who is pushing this? Yeah, Cruiser. Yeah, Coconut. Just ask yourself a basic question. Do you support animal abuse, or are you against it? Sounds like Coconut is pro-animal abuse. Carl Baum, coconut, just because you want world peace doesn't mean you have a secret plan to take over the world and force it. The same with veganism. Yeah, here's a good point, Bill. Yeah, if the whole world went vegan, then there would be no reason to make eating meat illegal. See? I mean, Coconut's ideas are just like completely like wacky and zany. They make no sense. Woodleaf, I should do a stream where I do hella Molly with Mike, David, and Tara from Lycia. It would be, what's a hella Molly? Like doing some Molly? Coconut, by doing your activism, you're forcing the world to go vegan. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I didn't know by me making these peaceful, not widely viewed YouTube videos, I am forcing people to go vegan. So please tell me, Coconut, how my YouTube videos are forcing people to go vegan. All I'm doing is responding to complete nonsense that people say about veganism. And guess what? You're part of that, Coconut. You're part of the problem. I'm gonna put your words up here. So you're why I'm people like you is why. Oh, thanks Dana Bananas. Thank you so much for the super chat tip there, much appreciated. Maybe I'll get some burritos tonight. You guys have got me in the mood. I'm the cat right now. See me? Yeah, I like it when I have the poop all up and a super chat tip comes. I could be the cat. Anyway, I want to know how. I didn't know my YouTube activism was so powerful. I'm such an effective vegan YouTuber, getting 3,000 to 5,000 views, sometimes 10, that I'm forcing the world to go vegan. I want to know how this works. How am I forcing the world to go vegan? Just curious. Yeah, Uncle, I have the power. Me. Because I'm the vegan cult leader, damn it. I'm the vegan cult leader. Don't you guys forget it. I have the power to make the world go vegan. I have great power, you know? I have special powers. DeFi, most vegans quit being vegan. Well, then they weren't vegan. They were just checking out a vegan diet or doing it because it was trendy, like carnivore. They go from vegan to keto to carnivore. If you're vegan, if you believe what veganism is, that it's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation, you believe it's inherently morally wrong to exploit and abuse animals because we can just eat plants and be perfectly fine and happy and healthy. But no, you know, that's what veganism is. All these weird people that say, oh, veganism, I did it, and I have to quit. And they were doing something weird. They're doing raw fruitarianism. They're doing fasting. They thought they'd get six-pack abs or a nice bikini body for Instagram, and they moved on to something else after they got bored with that. If you truly believe it's wrong to harm animals, you're gonna be vegan. If you just think you're gonna get a bitchin' beach bikini ab body and levitate because you're fruitarian, because you eat no toxins or what crap like that, you're not gonna be vegan for a long time. Your reasons are flimsy. They're weak. There's no substance to it. Making meat eaters villains. I'm not saying meat eaters are villains per se. I'm making the idiots that say Joe Rogan, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Piers Morgan, when they say stupid stuff about vegans, they're villains in that sense because they're speaking complete nonsense about veganism. Meat eaters, I don't know if I call them villains, else I would have to think my mom is a villain. All I'm saying is that it's a stance against animal cruelty. It's absolutely unnecessary to consume animal products. Why? Because you can eat plants and be perfectly healthy. So the onus is not on me, Coconut. The onus is on you. You give me a reason why you demand animals die for you. Please tell me, because you don't have to kill animals in order to live, but for some reason you believe you have the moral right to kill animals needlessly. So please, you tell me why you think you have the moral right as Coconut to have animals die in order for you to live. I'm curious. I don't have to defend anything. You believe in animal abuse. You think it's totally cool. Animal abuse, exploitation, animal cruelty, all good because coconut is such an important person on this planet. Animals need to die in order for coconut to live another day. That's how great coconut is. Yeah, I'm with you, Vegan Days. The best for me, 12 years of my life. DF, do you have any evidence that ethical vegans quit being at a high rate? Because I've made videos about people in social media who were vegans who quit being vegan. I have a whole bunch, like say John Venus, Ravana, Bonnie Rebecca, who else? Just to name a few off the top of my head. Raw Alignment. And what most of these people had in common is they were doing ridiculously stupid stuff, like doing 30-day, 35, Tim Sheaf doing 30-day, 5-day water fast, drinking urine, drinking turpentine, eating nothing but raw fruit for like 4 years, and just ridiculously crazy stuff. I've made maybe one video my entire time, like John Venus. That's the only guy I can think of who kind of breaks that mold, who wasn't, as far as I know, doing ridiculously weird, extreme, restrictive forms of veganism. So yeah, some vegans quit, but most of these people, like 9 out of 10 of them were doing weird stuff, and they weren't really ethical vegans as far as I could tell. They were just saying, hey, look at me. I got a great body here, and look at this. You know, I'm all slim and muscular. And they were health influencers, they fitness influencers more than ethical vegans, you know? I mean, yeah, so yeah, some quit, but not what you're talking about. People who are doing it for weird, trendy reasons and go on restrictive, extreme ways of eating, yeah, those are the people that F up their health and end up quitting. But people that eat, like myself, you know, I really don't see too many people eating a balanced, sensible vegan diet making videos, why I'm no longer vegan. And you just don't see it because it works. Yeah, we're gonna put coconut in timeout. Can we do that, Uncle? We've handled coconut as long as we can. You know, yes, I'm the new world order cult leader of veganism. I accept the responsibilities that come with that role. All right. VLAM, amazing how some people proclaim their selfishness so loudly and proudly. Well, I'll read one more comment from Coconut here. It doesn't matter how nice you are to vegans, they still will attack you. Okay, you're gone. No, you're the one attacking us here. I've been more than patient with you, trying to get you to give me some evidence and facts, and all we were seeing the whole time is you just making stuff up. Oh, vegans are forcing everyone to go eat meat. We're making it illegal. We're forcing the world. My vegan activism forcing the world to go vegan, and now vegans attack people. We don't attack people. I have conversations. You understand what having a civil conversation based on like critical thinking skills and evidence is like? That's what we do here. We're not an attack channel. If you want an attack channel, go to some other channels whose names I will not mention, but letters begin with the letters V and G. Go over there. If you want to attack and fight and hear nasty fighting and you know, battles and just slinging through the mud, that's your channel. We're not like that here. So thanks for coming, Coconut. If you want to come back in the future, if you didn't get banned, you can come back, but we're done with you tonight. Whew. What's that? No, Antonio. At Coconut. Just because it makes you feel healthy doesn't inherently make it healthy. Yeah, I'm sure when Tim Sheaf drunk urine, he did it. I know he said he was doing it for health, you know, health reasons. He felt great drinking urine. Doesn't mean it's healthy just because you believe it to be healthy. Someone could put poison in your water. You think it's healthy, and your beliefs are irrelevant to the objective reality of what you're doing. And just because you may be smarter than other animals doesn't make it okay to slaughter them. Yeah, I mean, I have the right to slaughter people whose IQs are less than mine because I'm in the upper, I forgot how the standard deviations go. Anyway, there's more people on this planet who are less intelligent than me, measured by IQ. So I have the right to eat them or do what I want, exploit them. You know, that's a ridiculous way to look at things. Intelligence does not give you the right to exploit and harm others. Yeah, Carl Baum, I meant the VG channel. Vegan grapes, you got it. Yeah, Dr. Bear, you're absolutely right. Yeah, more Friday nights like this really demonstrate the lack of critical thinking skills being taught by our educational systems worldwide, huh? Allison, why I'm no longer vegan should be why I decided to start abusing and killing animals for trivial reasons again. Yeah, exactly. That's usually what happens with those folks. Yeah, veganism, good point. Yeah, people like Coconut and others who feel like vegans are attacking them, when in fact, at least in my case here, I can't speak for the other channels like the Vegan Grapes channel, but here we don't attack people. We may have a little fun or something like that, but I don't attack people. I might get upset at their complete lack of ability to reason their way out of a paper bag. But yeah, Meathead says, always feel, you're he, right? Meatheads always feel attacked because they're feeling guilty and they know they're doing something wrong. I think that's what bothers them about when they hear about people who don't harm animals. Like, oh, they must think they're all self-righteous because I have to kill animals there every day to live, and those guys aren't. And they know like there's something kind of weird about that, like weird on them, not us. Are insects vegan? No, insects do not have the capacity to understand that it's wrong to exploit and harm other sentient beings. So no, I don't think insects are capable. They're amoral creatures. Humans are the only creatures I know of on this planet that are capable of morality unambiguously. Oh, that's cool. B, it's noon for you. I always forget you're on the other side of the world there. DF, you don't think the vegans are attacking you? Good. Some people do, DF. I just want to point that out. We're not saying all non-vegans think that, but we see a large percentage of non-vegans who come here with like, they're upset. Before we even say anything to them, they're already pre-upset just because of who we are. People will treat us poorly in the world. Just they will hate us. Like, people hate people for their sexual orientation, their race, things like that. People hate vegans just because of our choice to eat plants. Nothing about us. Some of us aren't even activists. Some of us just don't even talk about it, but yet receive hate from people, not only strangers, but from like loved ones, relatives, friends at work and stuff, friends, lifelong friends who are upset with you because of your personal choice to not consume plants. And a lot of these people are just completely quiet about it. They don't go out and preach or whatever or anything. They don't start social media channels. Coconut, we timed you out. Here's why we timed you out. Let's go look at the poop wall. Actually, let me get rid of the what you said here, and you violated rule number 3. You're fine with rules number 1 and 2. Yeah, we have no problem. Here are the rules that everyone has to abide by to get along in the live stream. When trying to debunk veganism, which you're obviously doing, I will only discuss one of your claims at a time. Do you understand what the number 1 means? 1, singular, uno. Don't bring up new claims. Just don't keep throwing poop on the wall, moving the goalposts. You will be timed out. So that's why. So if you didn't know these rules, fine. It's not like you're in jail or a bad person or got fined or YouTube put you in YouTube jail or anything like that. Just letting you know, we only discuss one claim at a time. And if you look here, back at what you said earlier, this is throwing poop on the wall. These are not connected ideas. You're just flinging poop at the wall one at a time. You're throwing a poop, see what sticks. That one didn't stick. We'll throw another poop on the wall. And we just can't keep chasing your comments all night. We had almost 100 people on when you're starting this whole conversation. So we have to, keep it flowing and give everyone an equal opportunity, Coconut. So if you want to, Coconut, come back next week. You have a whole week to think of some new arguments. Same with DF. You have a whole week to think of some new problems with veganism. And maybe you can think through some of the holes I poked, the glaring holes I poked in your comments here about veganism. Maybe you can strengthen what you said here. Maybe have some evidence or actually have some examples rather than just vague, nebulous, random fantasies in your head. Bring us some real evidence that we can sink our teeth into and have some real conversation about. Oh, you had many points, Coconut, but we're gonna move on. All right, we'll see you next week. Let's see. Oh, Alice Dexia, I haven't had a chance to deal with you. So, what's your question? I'm sorry if I've somehow not been able to see your question. So you have me right now, Alice Dexia. I guess you'll be the last debunking of veganism that we'll handle tonight. So, Alice Dexia, I missed what you said. I missed pretty much everything you said, but I can tell from your comments here what side of the equation you're on here when it comes to animal cruelty and exploitation. So please just kind of sum it up to me in a nutshell. What is your problem with veganism in a nutshell? Give me your best one. I'm sure you've been flinging poops here in the comments to our viewers, but here, you got my attention now. Alice Dexia. So please tell me, what's your thing? Give me your best shot here, why veganism sucks or why it's debunked or what have you. I want to hear it. Give me your best one. Impress me. Don't give me some, just half-ass fantasy like we saw from Coconut. Have this. I'm hoping for something really good here. Okay. So we'll see what Alice Dexia has to say. All right. So as we wait for Alice Dexia to get back to us, let's see what else is going on here. Okay, so Alice Dexia, I'd written how plants weren't as healthy, but I didn't address it. Yeah, so that's your whole point. You're saying plants aren't healthy? Is that your entire argument? That's why veganism is debunked? Because plants aren't healthy? Oh my God. What if he's right? Holy crap. Veganism debunked. Holy shit, plants aren't as healthy. Oh my God, guys. Hey, Angie, I'm gonna come. We gotta figure something else to do now with our time. I guess we're just gonna do music only. Veganism's debunked, guys. We're done. It's over. Nope. Nope, I'm just joking. Veganism wasn't debunked there. Sorry, Alice Dexia, if you thought you got us there. Plants... I've written how plants weren't as healthy, but I didn't address that. Is that your whole argument? Plants aren't as healthy? I mean, that's why veganism is debunked? Oh, I'm sexist too. Oh my God. You're really flinging poop up here, Alice Dexia. Okay, I got to get you up on the poop wall because you're flinging poop here. Let's take a look here. Let's get this all up here. Okay, so we will handle Alice Dexia. You'll be our last vegan debunker of the day here. So let's see. Oh yeah, Ryan is sexist. So which one are we gonna handle here? How am I sexist? I want to know that one too. But I want to know why. How come veganism is debunked because you say plants aren't as healthy? So yeah, we can go either way here. We're not going to do both. I don't think we have time for both, but we can talk about either one here. How I'm sexist or plants aren't healthy. So let's let's explore here. I'm sexist even. This is cool. Get a little warm here. All right. All right. All right. Where are you? You come and say all this stuff here. Oh, I think I missed the A in your name. I apologize if I didn't copy and paste your entire name. So let me get it here. So I'll be looking for the same person. So come and explain yourself here. Where are you? Are you typing away here? Are you coming up with some great thing, or have you bailed on us? You called me a sexist, and you debunked veganism by asserting that plants aren't healthy. Like, you got it again. Evidence. This extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. So please. All right, DF, come back next week. Again, you can think through what you want to talk about. If you have some issues or questions about veganism, I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Okay, DF, so I'm glad you found our channel, and let you know that not all vegans are wacky, zany, mean people. We're thoughtful, evidence-based people. Oh, you think he meant to say Ryan is sexiest? Well, yeah, I'll give him that, or heard that. See, look at this. Look at this sexy guy here. Anyway, just joking, having fun. Okay, where did L's Dexia go? I mean, come on. Oh, yeah, I can't see everyone. I'm not omniscient. I'm not omnipresent. I cannot see every last comment. I'm a finite human with a finite brain and finite consciousness. I only see some comments. I don't see others. So your first comment here, how plants aren't healthy. Again, you just give us a quick background. What is your point here? Plants aren't healthy, therefore don't go vegan. Is that what you're saying? Like we're unhealthy as vegans? I'm trying to see why are you bringing this up for? What is the conclusion? That's like a premise. It's not a conclusion in itself. At least I don't think it is. So where are you going with this? Just cut to the freaking chase. Where are you going with this? And don't play victim here. I didn't answer your comments an hour ago. You know, I was dealing with other people back then. Now you have our attention here, okay? So don't play victim. Don't complain. Just tell me. Debunk veganism. All right? Yeah, Star Cradle. Let's take a summary of all the things I've been accused of in this one live stream tonight. I've been called xenophobic. I didn't remember the xenophobic one. Psychopathic. I remember that. Psychopathic, sexist, and narcissistic. Okay, yeah, maybe the xenophobic was the last one. These people are running out of arguments. Yeah. So please, I want to hear how all these horrible things. Maybe I'm this horrible person. Angie's married to this really horrible man, and she's a victim, and we should all feel sorry for her. Nicholas, yeah, veganism is not a diet. Let's see, as we wait for L's Dexia to come back, veganism is not a diet. It's a philosophy and way of living, which seeks to exclude as far as possible and practicable all forms of exploitation and cruelty to animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose. Yeah, and that means, yeah, we're not going to eat animal products. If we believe that it's inherently wrong, ethically and morally wrong to exploit animals, to kill animals, we got to eat something. We're not going to eat plastic. We're not going to eat rocks or dirt, or we're going to eat plants. It's simple as that. So yeah, there's a vegan diet, but it follows from having this ethical stance of veganism. You can follow a vegan diet and not give a crap about animals, like say you're doing it for health reasons only, you don't care about animals, that's a vegan diet. But yeah, this is what veganism is. You could be an unhealthy vegan if you want to. You can be a healthiest AF vegan if you want to. So anyway, let's get back to the... So, where's our victim at here? Al's Dex is accusing me of being a sexist, how I'm ignoring his or her comments. Yet, when given the full attention here of me to listen to their points, they like disappear into the ether. Oh, there you are. I said most dietary carcinogens and toxins come from plants. Okay, you're talking like phytates, lectins, oxalates, stuff like that. Is that what you're talking about, Al's Dexia? Because I've made tons of videos about this before. If all that were true, you would, if these were actual health issues for people who eat plants, you would think that we'd have all these, health issues that result from that, and there'd be health organizations warning us of the dangers of eating an all-plant diet. So if this were a true issue, can you cite me any health organization, from anywhere in the world? It could be the nutrition dietetics of Kazakhstan, whatever, just any country. Can you cite any health organization anywhere in the world coming out, making a position statement saying, don't eat a lot of plants, let alone vegan, because it's really dangerous because of all the anti-nutrients and stuff like that. So let me know. Again, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. So if you have any health organizations to show me who have reviewed the scientific literature and agree with what you're saying here, I'd love to see that. Yep, Cruiser, vegans can be unhealthy. Absolutely. And meat eaters can be unhealthy too. Hey, Brian Kroc, how's it going? Yeah, it's your choice as a vegan or meat eater. How healthy do you want to eat? You want to be a healthy vegan? You can. You want to be an unhealthy vegan? You can. You want to be a healthier meat eater than your non-healthy friends eating bacon all day? You can. Yeah, anyone on this planet can be unhealthy. Yeah, I don't like this idea of vegans being the healthiest. Again, nowhere in the definition of veganism to say it's a philosophy and way of living which seeks to achieve, as far as possible and practicable, the most highest, ultimate form of human health possibly attainable on this planet. It doesn't say anything like that. It's an ethical stance against animal cruelty, pure and simple. Yeah, we follow a vegan diet because of our moral, ethical beliefs, but it didn't say anything about it necessarily being the healthiest diet in the world. Okay, Alsdexis. So I asked you if a vegan diet is so dangerous, so nutritionally inadequate, full of anti-nutrients and toxins, you would think there'd be some real world results we see about like lower longevity, like, you know, people living less long on plant-based diets, and it's not true. I can show you the Adventist health studies where the vegan and vegetarian Adventists live longer than their counterparts who live the same lifestyle, follow the same religion, who are eating meat. So anyway, do you have any health organizations? That's what I want to know. Since the vegan diet, according to you, is so dangerous, full of anti-nutrients, can you find us any warnings from health organizations either saying don't eat a bunch of plants or let alone a vegan diet because it has not good health effects? Just curious if you can provide anything like that. And I know you're going to say no because, you know, you would say it. Oh, my Earth, it says Earth, Uncle. Earth. My kind of place. This is just a random shirt I put on earlier today. Wasn't meaning to make a big statement or anything like that. Henry, yeah, vegans are not impervious to having health issues. Vegans age. We are susceptible to disease. We do have, for many cases, lower risks for many common forms of many common diseases, many causes of death. Doesn't mean we won't get these diseases. It's probability. Have you guys ever studied probability theory, mathematics, statistics? It doesn't mean 100%. It just means you're at reduced risk. It doesn't mean you're immortal or anything like that. Yeah, Rick Rubin, Peter. Yeah, he was a vegan, sat on the couch, didn't do anything, gained a ton of weight as a vegan. I think he was already big before that, if I understand right. Al's Dexia, again, you have no evidence on your side what you're talking about here. If we want to look at heart disease risk, let's look at what the actual like American cardiologist groups recommend, and they encourage people to eat lots of plants. I don't see them saying eat tons of red meat or anything like that. But since you are unable and completely unwilling to provide just name a health organization, their position statement saying don't eat plants, I will do you a favor here. Let's go and see the position statements of some health organizations that have actually looked into the science instead of making crap up here about vegan and vegetarian diets here. Dietitians of Canada, British National Health Service, British Nutritional Foundation, Dietitians Association of Australia, Mayo Clinic, all around the world saying pretty much the same exact thing, that a well-planned, a balanced, sensible, all vegan diet is nutritionally adequate for all people, all stages of life. Even if you're an athlete, pregnant, a baby, it's nutritionally adequate. So I'm still waiting for one of these health organizations to say, you know, we're wrong. We saw that there's some phytates and oxalates and lectins in the food, and you know, it turns out we were wrong. If you eat all these plants, bad things are going to happen. So I'd love to see, though, again, if you have anything you can share with us as far as any statements from health organizations around the world. And yeah, we'll just leave it at that. I bet you have absolutely nothing, right? And that's why you're just flinging poop on my wall. Is someone attacking AJ? Hey, what's going on here? Do we need someone to get banned here? What happened? Did someone attack AJ? Because that goes against the rules. If someone attacked AJ, that's instant banning here. Let's look at the rules really quickly in case the person's still here. Number 1, be civil. No personal attacks, harassment. I don't know if there's any racism, sexism, ageism, but no personal attacks or harassment. That goes for me. It goes for my guests. It goes for all our viewers here. So if anyone was doing any of that, yeah. If you ban someone, Uncle, do it. Did we ban this person, Uncle? No actual attacks. Still, if no, you guys don't get attacked, that's me. If anyone's gonna get attacked, it's me, and I have that against the rules. But I just forbid anyone going here and attacking our viewers. You know, this is a safe space. If anyone takes a little heat, it should be me, but not you guys. Okay, Dr. Bear, saying this person was mocking AJ, doesn't know how to use Google because AJ was pointing out that their comments are asinine. Yeah, I mean, let's just quickly look at like say maybe let's just use Google here. Vegan heart attack risk. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Is this part of the Adventist Health Study here? Okay. Yes. Let's see. Adventist Health Study. That one didn't find anything, but you know, there's different methods. Because I referred specifically to the Adventist Health Study. Okay, this is the Adventist Health Study here, looking at vegetarian diets. I think they have vegan included in that. We'll take a look if we want to delve too deeply into it, and cardiovascular risk. And let's see. Okay. Okay, lower amongst vegetarian groups. And it's talking about cardiovascular disease risk, with vegans having the lowest body mass index and waist circumference. Thus compared, right here, with the diet of non-vegetarian, vegetarian diets are associated with significantly lower levels of cardiovascular disease risk among the non-Hispanic whites. So there's at least one study here of the Adventist Health Study, and it was, let's see how many subjects they had. Data from 650 subjects. So it wasn't like a small sample. I mean, it could have had a bigger one, but it wasn't like 5 or 10 people or something like that. So there's what I'm talking about there. Not to say there's no other studies out there, but that's one that's, you know, the Adventists have been studying their own people for a long time as far as disease risk goes. Wow, Brian, your integrative oncologist told us that she tells people that are opposed to plant-based diets, show me the study that says eating plants are bad. Exactly. That's what I was telling our sort of friend here. Where is this person's name? Anyway, yeah, so we're telling them, just show us the study. If this person is saying plants are bad, they're unhealthy because they have anti-nutrients and stuff. Like, I'm aware of phytase, lectin, oxalate, stuff like that, but if they're so dangerous, there should be some studies and health organizations who have picked up on these studies, making some kind of position statement saying, don't eat a bunch of plants, let alone go vegan, it's bad. But as you said there, Brian Cock, yeah, show me the study that says eating plants are bad. She said they can't because they don't exist. But yet you have all these knuckleheads just saying all this nonsense and coming to our live streams saying all this nonsense. And when asked to provide any evidence to support these outrageous and extreme claims, they always just end up saying I'm a sexist or something like that. They start attacking me. Nicholas. Do you have a question for me, Nicholas? Ha ha. His name is Happy Healthy Vegan. Literally, whoever reads this will think this is a health stream. Well, they could also think I'm happy. It's a happy, like, mental health kind of thing, maybe. And they could think it's a vegan stream. I'm just saying, this is some of my goals in life. I want to be happy, obviously, rather than depressed or unhappy. And I want to achieve health. Have good health because I'm in my 50s and I don't have kids to take care of me if I get ill and stuff like that. I want to be healthy into my later years. And I'm vegan. I'm just describing me. So if you don't like my channel name, that's on you. But do you have a question for me, Nicholas? Yeah, we need to get better anti-vegans, huh, Carl? That's our whole problem here. Cruiser. Yeah, it's a health stream, a physical health, conscious health, planetary health. Let's see, Nicholas, he said, I just saw this stream and it seemed that veganism is the healthiest and only diet that is best for a human. You saw this and you got that from me, or did it come from your head? Because that's not what we've been saying here this entire live stream. So let me know where that idea stems from. And veganism isn't a diet. Again, let's take a look at what veganism is again for like the 10th time. Oh, that's the Advanced Health Study. Let me get back to the definition. It's here. It's an ethical stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. And like I said, yeah, if you truly believe that it's wrong to exploit animals, you got to eat something if you want to be consistent with that. And the only thing left are plants and mushrooms, plants and fungi. Now, I don't think he's laughing at us, Peter. I just want to have him clarify what his point is, if he has one. So he thought we're sitting here preaching that you have to be vegan in order to be happy and healthy or something like that. No, it's just a kind of a fantasy reading of our channel name or something like that. But it's not like, as I said, I'm well established here in the sense my positions are well known. I've made over 1,000 videos over the 8 years. My positions are out there, and that's not what we talk about here. Oh, we have some more here? Kajit. Are you here to debunk veganism? All right, let's see what you got here. Kajit, glorious leader. The meat has proteins, which the body can't live without. So how long can a person go without these proteins that the body needs? Do you understand what that means, Kajit, when you say you can't live without? It's like necessary, like the body can't live without oxygen. If we have no oxygen, we will die. So you're saying that's what meat is like? If a person has no meat, they will die? Well, how quickly? I know like you can live, like starve it. You can starve yourself, like a fast. You could survive, decent amount of time without even consuming any food, but I'm eating food. I'm not dying. So let us know, Kajit, how long this lasts. How long can the body survive without meat? Just curious. Let us know. All right, so we'll wait for Kajit to make up some crazy random number or something like that. But yeah, oh no, Antonia, yeah, legumes have more protein than meat next. So I'm just kind of curious, Kajit. Vian Moyman, yes, there are 9 essential amino acids, and they all can be found in all plants. I think of the tens of thousands of edible plants that humans eat, I think there's just like 2 maybe that don't have all 9 amino acids, and they're not like widely consumed plants or foods, Alsdexa, we're done with you, Alsdexa. You can come back next week, okay? That's why we timed you out, so you don't monopolize our conversation. So you're more than welcome to come back next week, Alsdexa. Do you understand? Yeah, we have moved on. Kajit, no, answer my question. Please tell us how long. You said meat has proteins the body can't live without. Well, please tell us how long the body can live without them, because most of us are vegan and not dead yet. So let us know. Like you need them like after a month, maybe 2 months or a year. Like how long does it work till you start dying or something like that? Just kind of curious. Kajit, glorious leader, please tell us. Oh, so now you're a plant activist. I see. Yeah, plants have feelings. So you are like Joe Rogan here, huh?
Cruelty free. Yeah. Not to those screaming plants that you can't hear. They fucking scream, man. Right. They make noise. They know when they're being eaten.
So we bless you. We bless you, Kajit, glorious leader, for your extreme compassion for plants, speaking out for the innocent, voiceless plants of the world who are being victimized by humans every day on a scale unimaginable. So we commend you for your just compassion, your extreme compassion and hard work as a plant activist. So anyway, please tell us how long it's like, when do you start suffering or dying from not having this necessary meat protein? Because you made this extraordinary claim here, so you have to give us some evidence. Or did you just make that up, Kajit? Will you just admit you just made that up and you really don't have anything to support what you're saying here? Let us know. Yeah, the straw man argument starts, huh? Plants are people too. Yeah, so yeah, does that mean you gave up on the protein argument? Are you done? Are we done with that one? Can we move on? It sounds like, unless Kajik comes back. Oh, so you've moved on. No, you're breaking the rules. All right, we're about to time you out or something here, Kajik. Let me just show you what you're breaking here. You're flinging poop on the wall. When you come here, let's look at rule number 3. When trying to debunk veganism, which you obviously are, I will only discuss one of your claims at a time. What you're doing here is throwing poop on the wall. Keep bringing up new claims. Let's throw that poop. Oh, let's try the protein and meat argument. Nope, that's not working. Let's try the plants have feelings. So you got to answer the protein question. If you don't comply by our basic rules here, we will time you out. We just don't let people run rampant and go crazy here, okay? Because that's what you guys do. You're unable to construct the most basic arguments, provide any just simple evidence for your outrageous claims here. So no, we're not going to do that. So you have to answer your protein questionnaire. You're the one that put it up here. You're the one that said this. I didn't. So you dug your grave or bed. You got to lay in it, whatever, how that expression goes. So please answer this question. If you bring up anything about plants being our friends and what have you, we're just going to time you out. Nicholas, we don't care what's healthier. I don't know what's healthier compared what food to another. All I know is that if you look at the position statements of health organizations around the world, a plant-based diet is where'd I go here? Is healthy. This is the position statements of these are position statements of health organizations that review the scientific research and the nutrition science and have concluded after seeing the research that vegan diets are healthy. They're good for you. So who cares? Would you be a little healthier if you eat this or that? Or I don't know. All I want to know is will I achieve a state of a healthy body? And the answer is yes. If you eat sensibly and well balanced as a vegan, you can achieve a healthy bodily state. Okay, that's all you need to know. It's not like a game, like, oh, he's healthier than me, I'm healthier than him, like a hierarchy. You either have health or you don't. You're either health's working for you or you're having health problems. Vegan diets provide the nutrition you need for health, Nicholas. Okay, that's it. So I don't know who's better. Is Aquaman stronger than Thor? I don't know. I don't freaking care. Is Superman stronger than Spider-Man? I don't know. They're all powerful. They're all kicking butt. They're throwing bad guys around, kicking their asses. I don't know which one's better. It doesn't matter. All you want to know is, are you going to be healthy or not as a vegan? And yes, as long as you're not doing stupid stuff, if you're eating a balanced, sensible diet. So don't pick fights on AJ Vintage. I'm just telling you. I don't know why people try to come and figure out what's the most optimal, healthiest diet for humankind. I've seen people with great health, blood labs, and their athleticism on non-vegan diets, and I've seen the same with people like myself on vegan diets. Am I healthier than the meat eater, or is the meat eater healthy? I don't know. We're both healthy. We're both doing great. Yeah, what's going on with people attacking AJ? If anyone else attacks, don't attack AJ. If I see anyone attack AJ tonight, I will personally block you. Don't pick on any of our chat members here. This is a safe space, especially if you're coming here to try to debunk veganism. Don't pick on our people. Yeah, not the plant activism again. Yeah, Diablo stuff. People always think veganism is a diet. Yeah, we have to eat something. We eat plants. Why? Because we don't eat animals because it's morally wrong to kill animals. Oh, you're still here, Alsdexia. I told you to come back next week, Alsdexia. So I'm going to put you in timeout, and if you do this again, I'm going to ban you. So just come back next week, Alsdexia, and we could talk about why I can assert that I'm healthy. What evidence do I have about this? Okay, we'll talk about that next week. Alsdexia, all right, bye-bye. Come back next Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, I care about people ask. I still care about these questions when I hear people saying, what's the most optimal human diet? I don't think there's an answer. I've talked to many health experts, medical doctors, PhDs, nutritionists, and I don't think there's one right answer. What is the healthiest diet for humankind? Why? Because they have patients. I'm not a doctor. I've talked to doctors. They have patients and clients who are healthy on vegan diets. They have patients who are healthy on non-vegan diets. So I'm not sure what your point is. You're trying to say, what's the healthiest? They don't know. The doctors don't know. No one has ever made a position statement like, this is the most healthiest diet for all humans. There's no such thing like that. There's no objective fact to be attained out there. Like, what diet's the healthiest? All we know is that some diets will wreck your health. Like, say if you're a vegan and all you ate were beer, like drank beer and ate Oreos, that's vegan, technically vegan, but you're going to wreck your health eventually on that diet. So yeah, it's up to you if you want to eat a healthy vegan diet, balanced, sensible vegan diet, or a crap one. Just like a meat eater, you can eat bacon all day. Go to McDonald's every day, eat bacon all day, and have some horrible health results. So it's not like I don't want to care about this. I just don't care to get these arguments. Who's stronger, Superman or Thor? I don't know. All I know is both are superheroes and they kick ass. And you can do vegan well and healthy. You can do it crappy and unhealthy. Yeah, Earth 4, yeah, there are too many variables considering all our food is wrapped in plastic nowadays, including vegan food, everything. Yeah, there's too many variables. All we know is that people can achieve great health on a vegan diet if they do it in a sensible way. What may mean they're healthier than every last meat eater on the planet? I don't know, probably not, but who cares? I don't care if I'm healthier than some guy at the gym my age that's not vegan. I really don't care. I mean, I'm not in a contest. A health contest, that is. Yeah, I'm in a contest when I play basketball against them, but I'm not in a contest like, hey, I'm healthier than you or something like that. That's ridiculous. How childish to say, hey, who's healthier? Let's like compare penises and see who's bigger or something like that. That's just ridiculous. Someone's saying animals aren't alive? What? Who's saying that? Yeah, veganism isn't a diet, Nicholas. If you walk away with one thing from this live stream tonight, yeah, veganism is not a diet. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. That's what veganism is. Yeah, if you're a vegan, you would want to follow a vegan diet. It's kind of weird to think that you'd be against animal cruelty and exploitation, but would continue to eat them. No, if you want to be consistent with your moral beliefs and as far as how you live your life, yeah, you follow a vegan diet. But like I said, anyone could follow a vegan diet and not really care about animals. You could be placed on a vegan diet by your doctor. Anyway, we're going to move on to one more. Star Wars looks. Vegan plants cry when they get eaten. What are vegan plants? What are vegan plants? I'm kind of curious. What are these special vegan plants? You know, again, we have another plant activist. Bless you souls, speaking out for the voiceless animals. You guys have so much compassion. I love you guys.
Cruelty-free. Yeah. Not to those screaming plants that you can't hear. They fucking scream, man. Right. They make noise. They know when they're being eaten.
Wow, how many plant activists have we had tonight? You know, I commend these people. They don't have gardeners. They don't walk on grassy fields. They're aware at all times of any harm they might be causing to any plant whatsoever. It's just so touching. It just makes my heart warm. How about you guys? A plant activist rally, huh? That would be something, huh? Why don't you vegans care about innocent plants? Just want to know. What do you mean we don't care about innocent plants? How come you don't care about innocent animals? Just curious. Hey, Sarah, I'm still on. Yeah, we've had some live ones tonight, Sarah. Yeah, we've had some fun tonight. Who says vegans don't care about plants? And we should turn the question on, why don't you why aren't you, Star Wars looks, concerned about innocent animals who are sentient, unlike plants? You think plants have consciousness, but they don't. We can look it up right now. We can see what the scientific opinion is as far as plants being self-aware. They're not, because they don't have brains. They don't have central nervous systems. They are physically without the equipment, the neurological hardware in order to produce consciousness. They can react to stimuli, we're not denying that, but they are not consciousness. Just because a plant can tell the difference between darkness and sunlight doesn't mean it has idle thoughts and can feel anger and embarrassment and stuff like that. You know, they don't have a psychological life because they have no brain to support it. Vegan animals kill plants. That why? Doesn't even know what the hell this person's talking about. Vegan animals kill plants. Like a giraffe, elephant, rhinoceros, they eat plants. Yeah, therefore what? Where are you going with this? Yeah, some animals live on plants. Okay, and therefore, yeah, we've established some animals eat plants. Oh yeah, you're not blowing our minds here tonight. Yeah, we understand that some animals eat plants. Losing even more brain cells. Nicholas, what about Joe Rogan? Why do you bring up Joe Rogan for here? Oh, I see. I think I just get a little annoyed when Ryan compares himself to other people about testosterone. Why not? I mean, Joe Rogan is the one that has said some ridiculous stuff. I mean, I think I have a right to respond and defend veganism, right? Or do vegans... Are we second-class citizens who have to remain silent? Like we have to ride in the back of the bus or something because you meat eaters think you have dominance over us? Like, what if Joe Rogan says this?
Lack of saturated fat and cholesterol, dietary cholesterol and saturated fat, leads to hormonal imbalances, leads to your body having a harder time producing sex hormones.
Hey, this is Ryan. Why can't I respond to that? How am I being a bad, immoral, unethical person by showing what Joe Rogan's saying here is complete nonsense? And he's the hypocrite, the one being regularly, he's been for like 15 years now, receiving testosterone injections because his body doesn't produce nearly enough testosterone for his satisfactions. He's the hypocrite here, complaining about vegans not getting enough testosterone. Yet here I am, just doing my own thing here with the testosterone levels of someone in his 20s. I think I have a right to share that with the world. Why do I have to remain silent? So if you have an explanation, Nicholas, why vegans are second-class citizens where we don't have the right to speak our truths, you know, why are we being kept down? Why are we being dominated by the meat eaters? Why are you like the dictator or authoritarian over us vegans? Just kind of curious. Star Wars licks. Because I don't agree with your veganism, I should be punished? Who says you should be punished? I'm just saying what you're saying is nonsense. Yeah, I understand that a rhinoceros and a giraffe eat plants. You're just speaking nonsense. I think you're being punished not because you're not vegan. That's irrelevant right now, Star Wars licks. What you're being so-called punished for is not being able to construct anything that resembles a coherent thought. That's what's frustrating. You're unable to produce a coherent thought with regards to what you're saying here about veganism. If you have a point, say it, but you seem just incapable of making a coherent argument or thought about veganism. More plants will be killed if we didn't eat animals. Do you have any facts to support that position, Star Wars looks, or are you just making stuff up? Just let me know if you have any data, or are you just like fantasizing in your head how many plants are killed. You're aware though that animals eat plants, right? Like, what do you think? Like, you know, like cows eat. What do you think chickens are fed? What do you think pigs are fed? Especially when kept in, in industrial livestock. What do you think? What do you think they eat? What do you think eats more, cows or humans? Do you know how many animals are raised every year for slaughter? 80 billion animals. 80 billion animals have to be fed to feed, to keep like all us 7.5 billion humans fed. What do you think eats more? 80 billion animals every year or 7.5 or 8 billion humans? No, animals are eating more plants than humans. So no, if you're a plant activist, truly concerned about having the fewest amount of plants harmed, because plants are so precious, they have consciousness, they could feel pain, right?
I'm going to leave your...
Yeah. Cruelty-free. Yeah. Not to those screaming plants.
If you're really a plant activist and you really are truly concerned about plants not being harmed, the least amount of plants harmed, reducing the amount of plant harm, you would have no choice other than to go vegan, because 80 billion animals are eating way more plants than the humans are eating. So if you have another point, let's move on. But that's just a ridiculous argument. If you really think 80 billion animals are eating fewer plants than humans are. And then how about, since you're so concerned about those plants that have feelings, who don't have brains or central nervous systems, whereas cows, chickens, ducks, pigs all have central nervous systems. How about them? How about the poor animals that live their whole lives in captivity, being exploited, so their bodies can be utilized to sell flesh to humans for money? What about that? What about the injustice in that? But you're worried about a piece of kale being plucked from its stem. Star Wars is on page 1, so we're going to have to move on because this is ridiculous. What? Just because Jedi's eat animal products doesn't make it right? We're going to put Star Wars looks in timeout. This is getting just absurd and just wasting our time right now. I don't even believe Star Wars looks is even serious. I think it's like an 8-year-old kid trolling us. My dad is a psychologist. Let me read this again. My dad is a psychologist. He knows animals kill plants, bro. I didn't know psychologists were like the trusted experts on what animals do in the wild. yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Star Wars looks. You can come back next week, okay? We're going to put you in timeout. You're just speaking nonsense. So it gives you a whole week to tighten up your argument here. So you have 7 days to think about why veganism sucks, about your plant activism, and how a giraffe eats a plant and it's a bad thing or something like that. So really think it through and come back next week with a tight thought here, okay? Just tight, logical, coherent thinking. All right, we're ready for you next week, but you're not ready now. Star Wars, you're not quite there. You need to do a little more homework. So come back next week and tell us what's up, because just mumbling nonsense about some plants are eaten by animals doesn't debunk veganism. Remember, veganism has nothing to do with what we're talking about here. It's a wrong window here. It's a stance. Come on, where's my mouse? A stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. It has nothing to do with what wild animals eat or may not eat in the wild. That's completely irrelevant. This is about humans. We are moral agents. We can act in a moral way or an immoral way. Animals have no moral agency. They are amoral. So it's absolutely irrelevant what animals are doing. I don't care if a rhinoceros eats plants. How does that affect me as a human? All right, so come back and think this through next week, and maybe you'll have something good for us. Allison, yeah, these plant activists must hate stoners, burning plants alive in bongs, huh? The plants need psychological help from being stabbed to death, huh, Diablos? Maybe so. Maybe that's why the guy's dad is a psychologist and knows so much, huh? VL now, why do YouTube vegans hate vegetarians? Who are you talking about? I'm a YouTube vegan. I've been here since 2013, 200,000 plus subscribers, and I forgot 30 million views and over 1,000 videos. What are you talking about? Who are you? You're here at my stream. Are you talking about me, or do you have someone else specifically? Or are you just speaking in vague generalities? I just want to know. I'm not saying this is false or not. I just don't know. I don't like to speak in vague generalities. I can't wrap my head around that. There's nothing to sink our teeth into as far as like refuting or strengthening or weakening. So just give us a little more of what you're talking about there. Who are these YouTube vegans who hate vegetarians? Please let me know. I want to know who these people are. Drew North, your broccoli has been in therapy for years. Yeah. Bill, you're going to come out of retirement and be a plant psychologist. Oh, I didn't know you had psychological training. Awesome. Yeah. Plants need psychologists, according to Star Wars kid there. Yeah. Who knew? I had no idea that plants, can benefit from having psychological work done. Yeah, hate is a relative term in this case. Yeah, we might be disappointed by vegetarians who are unable to see what they're doing, how if they're truly against animal cruelty and exploitation and not see how consuming eggs or dairy, which vegetarians often do, is inherently cruel. It's a cruelty and exploitation in producing those products. Yeah, that disappoints us and irks us, but that's not equivalent to hate. Do you understand the difference there? Plant lives matter, and their plant psychology matters too, huh? So, where is our person who thinks we hate them? Where did she or he go? I lost you, but I lost you. Where'd you go? Anyway, if you have anything to tell me about all these vegan YouTubers like myself who supposedly hate vegetarians, I'd be willing to hear that. VLAM, would I consider bringing other vegan YouTubers on the live stream for a chat? Yeah, I used to do that in the past. I should do that again, to be honest with you. I just have had some trouble getting like Zoom or Skype to work with my stuff here, to be honest. I just had some technological issues. If you guys remember on our last members only Happy Fam live stream, actually our first one that we did, I was trying to bring people on and I was having issues like we could see them but not hear them, or vice versa. So I haven't worked that all out yet. Oh, thanks for mocking my channel name there. What the hell? Is that reason to time someone out? Look here, we can all be friends. You not eat meat means more meat for us. Nice. That's cool. VL, no, you're back. You're the one that's saying us vegan YouTubers really hate. That was your word, hate vegetarians. Okay, so I asked you to give me some specifics as to who we are, and you didn't. You're asking me another question, which is irking me a little bit because I don't let people just come here and fling poop on the wall. Oh, let's try this argument out. Oh, that one's not working. Let's try this accusation out. No, I want specifics. So I'll look at your question here and see if I want to let that go down. Why do I think online veganism, especially on YouTube, is so much smaller now? I have no idea. It could be algorithms. Who knows? I have no idea. I mean, some vegan YouTubers are doing better now than they were like 2-3 years ago, and some are doing worse. I don't know. I have no idea. I can't explain algorithms to you. I mean, because I don't understand how these algorithms work exactly. I have no idea. Yeah, Diablo, so the demand for vegan food is rising, so that must mean something. There are more vegans walking around on planet Earth now at the end of 2022 than there were, say, in 2019 when our channels were all kicking ass and stuff. So it has nothing to do. YouTube is not veganism. Do you understand that, right? Veganism is something that exists out in the world. YouTube is just one of many platforms online that people can use to communicate with others. So yeah, it doesn't mean, just because some vegan channels aren't as big now as they were in 2019 doesn't mean veganism itself is harmed. Veganism has nothing to do with YouTube. It's just one of many platforms. There's vegans on TikTok are doing wonderful now, so it's not like this is like, the last bastion of vegan activism or something like that. But I still want to know, VL, now where you get this thing that vegan YouTubers hate vegetarians. I really want to know that. Super Sam, yeah, plant activism. We've had many plant activists on this evening, so I think it's a real thing. Now, I think they're just full of crap. They're just grasping at straws to defend their ways. They try to distract us by ignoring that animals are exploited in their daily lives, and they try to say, well, look, plants are being exploited too, so they're trying to distract us. They don't care about plants. I'm sure they walk on grass without ever thinking twice about it. Wait, that's not the real Graven babies. Okay. Someone's just making fake accounts here. All right. Oh yeah, wrong tool here. Wrong second, guys. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to make a small edit to our stream right now. 1 second, guys. Damn it, where'd it go? 1 second, guys, I'm sorry. Here we go. All right, sorry. I had to tighten up some rules here in YouTube editor. All right, so I'm back now. VL, now I've posted the names 2 times now. Maybe you need to switch to live chat. I am in live chat, VL. Now let me scroll back up. I tell people I'm not omniscient. I do not see every last comment by every last person, but I will actively look here for what you may have said earlier. So I'm looking. I am not seeing it. I don't see the comment. Again, I have live chat, not top comment. So maybe just type it in again once more. I scrolled up to where I saw your first comment and I didn't see anything in between. So please just share with us one more time who some of these vegans are who have a professed public hatred of vegetarians. Just kind of curious. Again, not denying that this might exist. I'm just kind of curious who you're talking about. Oh, steak. We're back. Our person that likes steak. Awesome. All right, let's make slow mode even slower here. All right, guys, I'm going to put slow mode on. You need to have 20 seconds before you could type a follow-up comment. Sorry about that, but someone is doing this thing where it happened like a month or 2 ago. They got butthurt and they came back and tried to make all these fake accounts. So I can block or ban you quicker than you can make new accounts. So anyway, let's see if I didn't want to miss who these judgmental vegetarian hating vegans are. Let me see if I missed it there. Yeah, steak eater. I remember that same person. They were mistyping steak back then, so I know it's the same person. Buffy the Vampire Slayer approves of steak. You got that right, huh? Okay, what's Angie doing tonight? I don't know what she's doing. I think she's watching something on TV. But I said if yeah, we might do. We're going to try to aim to do a Happy Fam channel member live stream on Sunday after I premiere my video that I hope to make tomorrow about Piers Morgan. So hopefully that'll be a little Sunday for us to have some fun together. So just letting you guys know if you didn't hear me announce that earlier, and also what I announced right at the beginning of the live stream. If it's not too late to get yourself or a friend or a family member or loved one a copy of the Happy Living Cookbook for the ridiculously low price of $35, no, not $35, $15. It's 35% off. So let me paste the link to our sale. You have to use our code HAPPY35. Let me paste that into the notes here. I'm sorry, into the chat here. 35%, and you can. Yikes. Oh man, I'm getting tired. Everything's getting more difficult here. Let's see, where are we here? You can get anything off our store here, 35% off. This is crazy. We've never gone that cheap before. I mean, you should get the book for 15, our remaining t-shirts for 15, even the ebook, which is already like $10. You can get 35% off that. But you have to use the code HAPPY35. We thought we were just going to do it last week for Cyber Week. We're going, what the hell? Just keep going to Christmas on this one. So I know, I'm having trouble finding a nice little gift for Angie. So if I was in your case, I'd think about this, maybe $15 and, a nice gift that you don't even have to leave your house for. We'll mail it. You can include the address of where you want it to go. We'll send it out to you. We'll sign it to them if you want. So let us know if you're interested in that. Happy 35. And get yourself a easy Christmas gift handled for yourself or for someone else. Just thought I'd mention that before we go. All right, this guy can keep coming back, and we'll just delete his accounts before he, VLNL, I still didn't see you tell me who these mean YouTubers are, but no, I think it's just throughout one's music career or musical life or journey, you're always finding different sources of inspiration, and I've got so much inspo right now. We released 3 releases this year. It's like the most I've ever released in my life. So yeah, we're almost done with another one. I was hoping we'd have 4 releases this year. So I think the most important thing is, if you really want to try to keep yourself producing music at a high level, is to always have some kind of major inspiration going on. And sometimes that involves some major change, like finding some new stuff that totally like makes you excited again, like you were in the past, like 10, 20, 30 years ago, however old you might be. So no, I think it's a challenge for sure, but it's definitely not inherently harder as long as you keep pushing yourself and finding more inspirations. Yeah, we have slow mode in chat on right now, so you can't leave a chat more than once every 20 seconds. Actually, I'm gonna slow it down. Peter is right on top of it, so I'm gonna back it down to a more reasonable 10 seconds, guys. So since I know Peter's sitting here ready to ban and block people. VLAN, what do you do? We're in a funk or just don't want to cook or eat? I enjoy cooking when time mood permits, but lately not so much. Sorry to be a downer. Hey, it happens, sometimes, yeah, we're just not motivated to go out and make some great meal. Like tonight, maybe I'll just go get a burrito or something. I think, yeah, sometimes, we'll eat a little, for extended period of times, like super healthy. Sometimes we'll have a little more, mix in a little more fast food or something like that. Just do what you got to do to be vegan. That's the most important thing. Don't beat yourself up or anything just be vegan. If that means getting a burrito, a fast food burrito, try to get a decently healthy one, just keep being vegan. Yeah, no, thanks for testing that out, Peter. I was pretty sure moderators could post as often as they want. We do love our mods. Our mods are what keep this ship running tight. Not a big fan of horror movies. It's all good though. I'm just not a fan of horror. I don't like seeing all the blood and guts and stuff like that, All right, so let's see. We have another troll account here. If so, Peter's on top of it. VL, no. Well, you're asking all the hard, tough-hitting questions here. Do you think some of the health claims made by YouTube vegans have been exaggerated or false? Well, I've made a few videos about like particularly raw vegans. They make some really out there exaggerated claims. But here's the thing: if we're talking about the field of health rather than morals and ethics, that's really the wheelhouse of veganism, and exposing the inherent cruelties of animal agriculture. But if we're talking about health, don't listen to people like me who are not medical doctors, not health professionals, not PhDs in biology or something related to health, biochemistry. I report what experts say, but I'm not an expert. Just if my car broke, I don't know how to fix it. I'm not going to just go to Google and figure out how to fix my motor or something like that. So, no, I listen to what the health professionals say, experts. I'm looking for a scientific consensus. I'm looking for position statements. So yeah, don't listen to me. When I make a health claim, I'll show you where I'm getting it from. I'm just not making it up. It's not my heartfelt belief or something like that. When I make a health claim, I let you know I'm not a health professional, but here's what health professionals are saying, such as, not by our shirts, but such as appropriately planned vegan diets are nutritionally adequate for people. Yes, eat a balanced, sensible vegan diet. These are position statements by health professionals, organizations of health professionals. It's not just me sitting there. Yes, vegan diets are nutritionally adequate. This is me on an armchair, by the way. This is the viewpoints of experts, scientists, medical doctors, health professionals after reviewing the scientific research. So yeah, don't take health advice from influencers, from YouTubers, unless those people happen to be qualified to make such statements. Why would you take health advice from someone that has pretty much zero expertise or training in health? That's my point. It's like, why, if my car were broken, do you think I'd want to take it to an expert in my type of car, or mechanic or repair expert, or should I take it to some guy who's had zero training but thinks he knows a lot because he watched a few guys on YouTube and Facebook? Hey, Kathy, I'm going to be going soon. Maybe, are you in Europe maybe, like waking up right now? Because this is a late live stream for me. I'm not sure why I'm staying on so long tonight, but I'm glad you're able to catch me live here. Yeah, like say Dr. Michael Greger, medical doctor. If he's going to make a health claim, yeah, he has more weight than some fool like me. Did I see Sarah come on a bit ago too? Did I say hi to you, Sarah? If I didn't, my bad. I think I said hello to you. If I was involved, yeah, I said hello. I said we're on late tonight. We got a lot of live ones tonight. Yeah, John, Steve, there's a lot of, I watched a few guys on YouTube, experts. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I want to call out people. I want to differentiate true experts in the field, people who have training, education, credentials, experience, rather than guys who, I did my research on YouTube, meaning you have no background whatsoever other than watching maybe some weird conspiracy theorists or something like that, or health influencers who think they're experts. Yeah, spaghetti's always a good lazy meal too. Yeah, you can use some like legume-based spaghettis too instead of wheat if you want. That's cool, Peter. I think I'm gonna get going soon too. So I've been on long. I'm getting pretty tired. Oh, you missed a stop on the subway, V-Lam. I'm sorry. Oh man, my bad. My bad for being having such a gripping, entertaining live stream here. So anyway, guys, I guess I should go. Angie's probably tripping. She didn't think I was going to do a nearly 4-hour live stream, 3 hours and 40 minutes. So yeah, happy fam members. I'll let Angie know that most of you guys seem cool with a Sunday afternoon live stream, or it could be evening depending on what time zone you're in. But yeah, sometime Sunday live stream of happy fam channel members. If you want to get on that, join our channel, become a channel member. I think I have the link right here. Let me see if I got it. Yeah, here it is. If you want to become a happy fam, you get that cool badge next to your name and other cool little perks, and the occasional channel member only live streams, or where Angie will be sitting here next to me. We could talk about all sorts of stuff, talk about how we really feel about YouTube and social media. So yeah, join. We have different levels of membership and perks, but y'all will get access to the happy fam only live streams. Yeah, it's a Telecaster back there. Got some Strats and others. I picked up a few guitars earlier today. So anyway, we'll post it. We'll make sure you guys are notified. We'll post it on the if we do the Happy Fam member only live stream on Sunday, we'll post it on the community tab to you guys, and you'll get some notifications too, because that's how it works out. So yeah, thanks. I'm glad you guys, AJ and everyone, appreciated this weekly cult meeting, and I think it's safe to say we squeaked by. Veganism was not debunked, so we can go on existing as vegans for at least another week, and we'll see how veganism fares next week on Friday, if we will barely survive another potential debunking of veganism. So I want to thank everyone for staying with it, especially you guys over here, like 3.5+ hours. Like, wow, I don't know how you do it. That's pretty dedicated, and I love you guys for that. Thank you so much. And I want to thank Uncle and Peter for being my fearless moderators and blocking and banning and timing out all the people who are well deserved of those actions by you. So thank you so much, and thanks for just everyone just being so supportive of our community that we have here, of our channel, and I can't tell you how much we appreciate that. So yeah, if anyone wants to come back next week, we do this every Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's Pacific Coast time. And if you want to have some be prepared next time. Now you know what kinds of things we talk about. Yeah, if you have any arguments you want to present, make sure you have good evidence. We are an evidence-based channel. We just don't dwell in speculation and fantasy and vague generalizations. We deal in specifics. We deal in evidence. So if anyone wants to come and discuss something, yeah, make sure you have a little something for us rather than just like a vague opinion or something like that. So wait, guys, yeah, everyone have a great weekend, and And hopefully I'll have that Piers Morgan video. I'm going to work on it tomorrow, and hopefully I'll have it ready for Sunday, and we'll do the members only live stream after that. So again, if you want to join, just click the link I posted there. I'll paste it one more time in case you want to join right now so you can get in on that. And there's cool perks. You get that little badge next to your name. Start like $1.99 a month, something little like that. It all goes to help us out because we're a little vegan YouTube channel, guys. So guys, thanks so much, and especially all the plant activists. Like Vian Moyman now is a plant activist. Yeah, shed a tear for all those plants, all those voiceless plants being terrorized by animals and vegans. Cool, Antonio. I'm glad you thought this was a great live. That's why I'm on 3.5 hours tonight, because we had a good lively live stream this evening, guys. So yeah, I'll see some of you guys Sunday. More like 95% sure we're gonna do it. Just gotta verify with Angie, but that's the plan for Happy Fam, our channel members, and we'll see the rest of you guys next week on Friday. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, maybe I'll do a midweek one, but yeah, for sure Friday, guys. All right, guys, much love, peace to y'all, and we will see you soon. Remember, it doesn't suck being vegan. Bye, guys.